5? Hello, welcome to the stream, whatever we want to call this. We're still waiting on Nick to join up, so we don't have any of our sponsors yet. However, we do get to hear Jeremy continue to play Final Fantasy with his constant clicking.
Exactly what he's doing.
I see. Look, I've been in this fucking main storyline, waiting forever for this to get done, and I'm not gonna fucking.
You're fine.
I'm here though. I'm here as long as the fucking BGP will let me.
Thankfully, Final Fantasy is one of those games where it's slow paced enough, and the fights aren't anything like
Especially as soon as I got people on follow.
Exactly. You just and then are you playing your healer?
Oh fuck no! Oh, I'm like the third tank.
Oh shit! So yeah, I get it.
At any rate, all the other tanks are dead.
So Brittany won't be here, as she said in chat. She's got work in the morning, but Chris is here. Yeah. So we've got that, so we can kind of fill in the gaps for perhaps as a collective. Yes. Yeah, I know, Chris. But Chris, as you can see, Sierra has his character model now.
Yes, I'm
really awesome. Excited. The first one that she gave me, I don't think so. In her defense, she's Italian and English is not her first language. And so when I sent the pictures, I specifically said, okay, this. And I think she might have forgotten to go back and look at some of those pictures, because the first one she sent me was like a white guy. And I'm like, I don't think that's right.
All right.
I was like, I thought it was supposed to be a little darker.
That's a little bit off.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more shaded.
Our sponsor's here.
All right, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. All right, and here's Nick.
You're late. 4 minutes late.
I'm not late. You guys are early.
I tried to pull the same thing, and they said it.
I heard the party don't start till you walk in.
Oh fuck!
Don't stop
pulling his bard shit out.
I am on TikTok.
He is around the clock, actually, from what I hear.
Indeed.
And when he joins, the party don't stop.
That's true. Now, all right. So to get started, Nick, if you have any sponsorship prepared.
Yes. So I have a question for everyone.
Oh God.
A question for us? Okay. What's the question?
Yes. Have you ever been sitting on the toilet?
What the fuck?
Earlier today. And wished that you could be playing Dungeons and Dragons while you were there.
All the time. Yeah.
Okay. What would you do if I told you that if you download the Flush and Roll app,
Flush and Roll,
you could actually play a special toilet-based tabletop RPG, well, laptop RPG,
toilet
with players across the country.
But sir,
I would download it.
What happens if you flush?
If you flush, then it pauses you where you're at, and another player is brought into your game. It actually has an algorithm that recognizes the sound of the toilet flushing to automatically pause your game. You can immediately end.
That's the only thing it recognizes.
It's really great, and depending on what you're doing in the bathroom, it'll actually give you a specific give you different character classes. For example, the Warlock is known for flightiness. So if you're just in there for a short burst of diarrhea, then it's going to give you a nice, quick Warlock game. You get a couple rounds in, and it's going to swap you out for another player. And it's great. You get to sign up to see which classes you like to play, which characters you like to play, and it'll hook you up with a game that got started with that in mind.
All right. Well, is that available in the App Store?
That is available on the Google Play. That is available in the Apple Store.
Google Play.
You can even download it bootleg off of their website.
Yeah, I think that I heard something from the sponsor that it was looking to come to Steam soon.
Indeed, they wanted to put it on Steam. That is another thing too. It is in the Nintendo eShop for you Switch players. You can actually. It is free to download. However, if you want to have access to the full roster of classes, the basic player has access to the Warlock and the Barbarian. And those are both free. If you want to be able to play a Ranger, if you want to be able to play a Sorcerer, or if you want to play the special Brown Mage.
Brown Mage.
Oh my God. Or the Brown Note Bard, you have to pay $5 for each of those classes. Or $15 to unlock them all at once.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick. Thank you, and thank you to our sponsor.
Flesh and Play.
Flesh and Play, yeah.
Mr. DM.
Yes.
What if when I open up VTT, all I see is Desperation on Ice? Desperation on Ice.
You went to the wrong code.
Yeah, that's a different
URL.
URL probably.
Do you want to try my rainbow one?
Oh.
Are you sure? Yeah, you didn't try the rainbow one, right?
I did not click anything. I just opened up VTT. So yes, I am in the wrong there.
Yeah, you opened up your one shot from the VTT.
The ARBs.
Or like the Wii TT.
The Me TT.
Ah, yes, I bring the Me TTs.
Oh, I just remembered where we left off last time. I seriously don't know how I'm gonna do Gia's fucking voice this game. I'm gonna do my very best. I'm struggling trying to grasp it already.
You can practice.
Hello.
All right.
This is Gia.
Hello.
I'm scared.
Oh my glob.
Go away from me.
How are you?
Get off my lumps.
I'd get all of that lumps.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
You want to live.
So, where
Artemis, you need to chiggity check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
What the fuck?
Indeed,
I'm scared.
Indeed. So, where we left off last time, that would be session 21, so I need to roll a little bit.
That's gonna miss the good shit.
She'll miss some of it. Now, some of this stuff that she won't miss, number one, she might miss it in play, but she made it clear, she messaged me that she'll either listen to it on the podcast,
YouTube
podcast now,
the podcast,
and or on the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, please like and subscribe.
I don't know. Yeah, it's 8d6 fire damage. That's me.
And ring my bell and I'll notify you.
Oh
yeah. We'll have Jeremy do some ASMR afterward. So
yes.
You can. He'll roll some dice so you get those dice sounds. Anyway,
I'm a sultry mother plucker.
No,
plucker. Plucking.
So last we left off, we were in the Shadow Temple with the Sphinx guy, all Kilimanjaro-y guy. I don't remember what I called him.
And our stolen feathers.
Well, no, you actually requested, and he gave them to you. Yeah, but Kamal Giori, who was the Sphinx, informed you about the... well, first off, you finished the third trial, and it went pretty quickly. You were able to, as a group, luckily having a detective helped, to weigh the scales of Rose's conscience and help her kind of come to terms with her own mortality and her saying that she, was having some emotional problems with thinking that she might go to hell rather than quote heaven because of her lack of doing, and between you guys you were able to convince her otherwise. And at the conclusion of the third trial, you exited the dream state and realized that some 19 odd days had passed. Okay. And as you were leaving the planetarium-style area, Yarix, with the help of Artemis, politely asked if they could have some of his pile o' feathers that were in his room. Artemis, or rather Yarix, grabbed... I don't exactly know how many you grabbed, but it was a lot.
I didn't fill.
You
but
put a lot into the bag of holding.
I just basically I opened it and I did
started shoving them.
Oh man, I was in there like Link, and I was like, "Hi-ya!"
Yeah, just your job. This is your job, Daddy. So, then after that, he explained to you about the vestiges of divergence and where some of their rumored locations had been. One of them being in the geographically closest location to you being Pike. Geographically next closest would theoretically be Beckett. And from there, point 12, and so on and so forth. You had determined that the best course of action would be to go to the closest one, which was in Pike. You sought out passage because the Navy ship that you took to the island was no longer going to be there, and you knew this. And you booked passage on what you believe to be a pirate ship from a pirate crew. You then went to bed. Now, Sierra and Araja had already logged off for the evening at my request because they weren't getting whispers. But Chris is a little bit of a fill-in, and then Brittany, when you do listen, this will be a little bit of a fill-in. The other characters had some bad dreams, let's just put it that way. Just slightly before bedtime, however, we went to check on Cranberry. Cranberry was a little hungry while you guys were gone for 20 days and had turned into a zombie and whatever, but had turned other things into zombies. And Sierra had brought the horse into the inn because he more or less fell in love with it. Just the same way that Una had. He has a soft spot sometimes for certain things. And because of that, as that was the first thing that kind of happened, the bartender was understandably upset. And you got into a little bit of an argument with him, more particularly Skia. And Skia kind of stormed off. And somewhat out of spite, Yarix had put up the dome, blocking the front exit. That was a good thing the fire marshal wasn't there, because that would have probably been a fire hazard.
Fire marshal.
But then you went to sleep. And in sleep, you all had some terrible, terrible sleep.
Terribly sweet.
Terribly sweet sleep.
Sleep ever.
Worst. I would not nap again.
They're all stars. Would not nap again.
As we kind of awake, come to awakeness now, we will kind of begin this. So we will pick up right here. A flash of lightning and a piercing scream in the night. As the storm rages around you, you all, and perhaps others, all wake up to a scream in the night from where only a few know. Taking in this information, we open up the evening in the tiny hut just outside the Leaky Nip Tavern and Inn.
Okay.
The interior of your small dome is more or less probably pretty chaotic at this point.
Yeah.
It's not a very big space for much movement, and it's not filled with enough natural light, albeit it's also still nighttime and stormy. But most of you collectively have dark vision to allow you for things to see, at least in the palette of gray. Skia, you are the first to awaken. And just prior to you doing that, I just want to let you know, Una, Araja, and Sierra will get to you in just a minute because you guys went to bed in the inn. So, Skia, you're the first to awake. You, at the moment, have your shirt pulled up and or unbuttoned, whatever it was convenient for you. And you were examining your breast. And you noticed a mark on it.
Okay, wait. We need to clarify. Not the whole boob. Just so we're clear. Just above it.
Well, it is kind of actually the whole boob. It's not an upper boob tattoo. It's more.
You said it was right above.
Above your nipple.
That is not what you said.
She's out here free breasting.
It is on your breast, yes.
What the fuck?
Well, that is her breast. I have it written down as on her breast. That's your whole boob. You have bigger boobs than most people. I am saying what I said. Now, then when you wake up and you're doing this because you're the first one to wake up, you look over to Ray and she's writhing silently, and then she screams. She lets out the head-splitting scream, and as you are already looking at her in the darkness, you see a bit of dark smoke, kind of like it's hard to see in the night, but you see what appears to be some sort of smoke-like substance briefly emitted from one of her wrists. And then, as she screams out, a much larger amount of this smoke emitting from her mouth. At the same moment, Yarix, who is currently looking like Ulysses, and Artie both bolt upright from her scream. So with that, I will let Skia take over.
I'm gonna run to her and kind of try and.
You're right next to her.
Oh, well then I'm gonna reach over and kind of. First, I'm gonna try and wake her up because clearly are her eyes shut and everything. It seemed like she's having a nightmare or something, and something's attacking her.
So you're gonna. What?
That's
ask
what
the question. Jessica was talking to me, so go ahead, ask it again.
Does it look like something's attacking her?
No. It's the pain, the writhing in pain. It's more similar to if you had a Charlie horse.
Okay, I'm gonna try and wake her up.
It's not like somebody's actively stabbing her or something. It's more like
okay. Okay, I'm gonna wake her up.
Okay, so as you kind of, I imagine, for brevity, you kind of put your blouse back down or whatever, and then you kind of go, hey, what's going on? She awakens, she kind of comes to, but she's very sleep paralysis she's awake, her eyes are open, and she's looking at you, but she's not talking at the moment.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk, Jessica. Okay. Because.
Okay, then I'm gonna say, Yarix, Artie, do something. Help me.
Well, I wake up. I wake up with oh god, and then I press to digitize myself.
Dear God.
The reasons
needed right now.
Yeah. And I look over to Ray, and I'm like, "Oh my God, is she okay? Is she still alive?" Because I'm still kind of.
I'll feel for her pulse, Josh. She's still alive, right?
Well, see,
yes.
without seeing her, I am going off of my dream, which was her getting stabbed.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went to her and started, trying to figure it out.
Ari similarly casts a spell the moment he wakes up from a scream. He dissipates it before it actually does 9 force damage to everyone within 5 feet of him.
Instinctively try to
there's a scream and he wakes up and you all see the swords form for like half a second, but before they fully form, Artie realizes that there's no enemies nearby, and you see his hand just like grab at the air, and literally the swords just rip out of the air into the hand before they're even finished forming.
Okay.
What's going on? And he goes over, and he starts like trying to figure out what's going on. He's going to use his investigation and his arcana to try and. So I think it's going to take both personally. Ooh, 26 on investigation, studying Ray to see like what's going on with her. Like, is she like she's in some sort of sleep paralysis state? There's smoke coming out in small amounts on her wrist and in large amounts on her mouth, but like, what's he able to get from just the investigation?
So just a brief investigation. You're not really able to get out a whole lot. Go ahead and so you got your 26. I want you to re-roll that because from what you're and not the investigation. I want you to roll Arcana. I think that's kind of more what you're aiming for. That's probably better,
yeah.
I feel like that's what you're more aiming for because in investigation you're going to be able to look and say that's a person. So 14. Yeah. You are able to tell that without question something has happened not just to her but to you, likely to Yarix, and maybe Skia. You get the sense that with this kind of coming instantly to all of you at the same time, something strange going on. You are at the tail end of this smoke kind of coming out of her, so you really don't see a whole lot of it, but you kind of get the sense with a 14, you kind of get the sense that something magical did happen.
Okay. Yeah, I was figuring the investigation would be for the actual physical effects, and the 14 would be my understanding.
You need to try and wake her up. Something is keeping her this way.
And as you do that, just as a transition, over to Sierra, Araja, and Una, you all awaken at the same exact time as Yarix and Artie, or more or less at about the same time, as this scream has filled the night air. You all, after just a moment of kind of like waking up, you're kind of like, huh, wait, that was a scream. You kind of, as you process it, you begin to hear movement from within the inn at the same kind of people, what it sounds like movement from within. Go ahead, Sierra, what are you going to do at this moment as you hear this scream?
Sierra, he's kind of curious, like, you hear screaming, so he's going to kind of go and try to figure out where the screaming is coming from. But he's not really in a rush. He's just kind of like, what's up with all that noise?
Yeah. Are you going to grab like your armor and your weapons and stuff?
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Okay, cool. And then Una, what are you going to do?
Do I know that it was
like
Ray in particular?
Yeah.
It's a good question, honestly.
Go ahead, roll a history check for me to see if you can recognize Ray's screams of pain.
Oh, the bloody ass scream too.
Yeah, she usually doesn't scream like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be under skills history.
Oh.
11. You're not 100% sure if it was Ray in particular. You could discern with an 11 that it wasn't a man, or at the very least, not a manly man, probably. It could have very well have been the innkeeper, but it was probably a woman, probably. That's about what you get out of an 11.
Well, I'm gonna throw my armor on real quick, and I'm gonna head out.
It'll take some moment. Okay, so as you kind of poke your head out, or as you kind of throw your door open and you come down out into this hall, and Ciro kind of slowly kind of opens it, his door, kind of pokes his head out. Araja kind of does the same. And as you're coming out, you see people also from the inn kind of doing the exact same thing as you, in various states of dress. Sometimes some people are in the hall before you, and you look at as they kind of run down. You see some people that are in like their night clothes that are coming out with like a dagger in their hand. Like, what the hell's going on? And one of the guests kind of looks over to you, Una, as he kind of pokes his head out, and he's like, "Well, what's going on? Well, what do you suppose is going on out there?" A rather like portly looking human looks out.
How the hell should I know?
Oh, I don't know. Just asking. And you guys kind of all head downstairs. By the time Una and Sierra and Araja get down the stairs, you got maybe 10 people downstairs that had stayed the night there, as well as the barkeep. And they try to go out the front door. As they're trying to go out the door, it's barred still, and they're trying to get out. The 24 hours of the spell hasn't gone by, or the 8 hours of the spell hasn't gone by yet for the dome to have subsided.
Somebody said barred.
Nobody said barred.
You said the door is barred.
Do we hear them?
The door is barred because you have it locked.
No, you do not, Artie. No.
It's blocked. But yes, you would hear the doors kind of clanking against the
mini castle.
Your mini castle, your dome.
My inflatable castle.
Yes.
All right, Skia's gonna put on her armor. Something's going on, and she's got to be ready to protect her.
For sure. Yeah, so I imagine that all of you kind of put your clothes back on. I would, Yarix, were you in your sleepy clothes? You don't technically have armor.
I sleep in my panties.
Yeah,
God. It's worse because we all know that he's got nothing under there, so we're like, why are you wearing panties? You're not.
So you all kind of put your gear back on real quick. Yarix, are you, as you hear the sounds of the doors thudding against your inflatable castle, what are you gonna do?
I don't know what that is. With all this commotion, it could very well be what's hurting Ray. So I do not.
Additionally, Yarix, you can't see in the dark, at least.
It's lit up in my. It's lit up in my tent.
It's not lit up in your tent. It is dim, but you can't see outside.
Well, yeah. So I hear banging, and
you hear banging, but you
I don't
can't
know
see
what that is.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is, so I'm not taking down my barrier. It could be what's trying to kill us.
That you can't see outside of.
Don't worry, I fixed that. Don't worry. Ulysses has a plan.
All right, because you gave he can see in the dark because he gave his goggles to Sierra, so that's why Sierra can see in the dark, but Yargs cannot. Okay, so the inflatable castle is keeping the door barred, and they can't open it to get out, and so people start to try to run to the alternate exit, kind of out the side of the tavern. Actually, let me go, just because I can, I'll load up the tavern actively. But it's... And, so oops. There we go. So the four of you, where's Artie? Artie is... Where'd I put Artie? Oh, there he is. Boop. There he is. Okay, so they all start moving towards the side exit, and as they kind of throw the door open and they start kind of the group of people from within the inn start rushing out to try to figure out like where they heard the scream, because they couldn't see anything in the tavern area of the inn when they came down the stairs. They assume it must be coming from near the inn. So they kind of spread out to the left and the right, kind of trying to get around as the rain and the thunder and the lightning are, pouring and cracking and thundering around. Una and Sierra and Araja would likely they would know that because you guys had let them know that they were staying where they were. So would you guys like to go check on them? Una and Sierra.
Yes.
Okay. So as everybody kind of makes their way... Oh, go ahead, Sierra.
I was going to say, yes, Sierra was going to try to go out there.
Okay. So as everybody kind of makes their way out of the inn through this side exit, everybody, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there are a couple people that kind of come down your way as well, just to try to get a good feel of what the hell's going around, and what do you do from there, people in the dome?
So Nick was
Artie tries to pick up Ray carefully.
And Skia says, absolutely not, don't touch her. Leave her alone. Because she's scared.
If we move her out of the environment, she might be able to come too.
And what if you hurt her?
And he looks at her, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't dare.
I can't do it today. I'm sorry. My voice is so jacked up.
I wouldn't. And he said, and then he looks at her and he's like, "Listen, I've pulled children out of burning buildings. I've rescued an entire orphanage one time. This is what I usually did before.
I don't care about the children. I care about my sister."
I
don't care about kids.
Individually, I care about your kid. Individually, I care more about your sister than I do any of those children. As much as I did care about those children, I will protect her. And then he moves to pick her up again, if Skia lets him.
I will go with you.
Of course. And he picks her up and he starts moving out of the dome, and he turns to Yarks on his way out, and he says, "Yarks, distract them. This would be embarrassing for her, wouldn't you think?"
And so you don't want.
Oh yeah, what is Ray wearing?
So right now, Ray would be in her sleepy time clothes.
I didn't.
What?
Sleepy time clothes.
I said I laid down in the bed. I never said I took anything off.
I know. So I know you didn't say that, but unless you're under the age,
Nicholas.
let me finish. Unless you're all under the age of 11, it's assumed you don't sleep like monsters and just fall asleep in your normal everyday clothes.
I do.
Unless you're incredibly drunk. So Sierra has fallen asleep plenty of times wearing his clothes. However, it is assumed naturally in D&D that you take your armor off.
Yeah, I would take my armor off, but I wouldn't.
You don't own armor. You weren't naked, but you would have essentially been in your underclothes or a pajama like. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked what you guys sleep in.
What have you been doing?
3 months ago.
And I said, yeah.
And that's what you're wearing right now.
So
Your stuff, all of your clothes.
Skia will grab her. Skia will grab her stuff and cover her.
It's right
up.
next to her. Like when you guys are out underway, you guys use your armor or your clothes as like a pillow, so that's like right next to you. So
can I
naturally
ties her clothes on?
No, you can't. That doesn't work like that.
I grab her stuff and I will cover her up while Artie is carrying.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I pick her up, she's like still got her blanket.
Yeah, that's what I did.
pick her up with the blanket on and like whatever.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm not too worried about that. Like we're going.
So you pick her up. She's got this blanket over her. Kind of Skia's kind of holding her clothes, kind of trying to make it all work.
And you guys want to drop the.
I was just about to say, are you walking out of? You're walking out of the dome. Where are you headed, Artie?
I'm headed towards the nearest, like, not horribly populated area because I don't want to like go somewhere like where there's going to be a bunch of people gawking at her. The idea is he wants to get her out of that air, get her into new air, preferably something strong and different, like say down to like a river bottom, like right where the river is. Like
so there is
a wooded area by the river.
Yeah, let me move you guys. There is a river just to the north of here. There's also a little pond just to the south of where you guys are right now.
Well, we'll go to the river. The pond's. I'm looking at the pond. It's right in the middle of everything.
Correct.
I don't want to put her.
Okay, so you start. Artemis and Skia, as well as Ray's sleeping paralyzed body, starts to walk towards the river just to the north. The rain is pouring all around you. It's a pretty heavy rain. Yarix, are you dropping the dome?
I am dropping the dome.
Okay, and as you kind of drop the dome, as everybody starts kind of walking out of it, Una, Sierra, and Araja instantly kind of see coming into existence out of seemingly nothingness these folks, your other friends, and you see Artemis holding Ray and kind of walking briskly past you guys, and unless he says something, he just keeps going.
Yeah, even if they say something, he keeps going.
Okay, so without a word, he's at a quick jaunt walking that way. Skia, are you going to say anything to your friends, or are you going to keep walking as well?
Yeah, they probably hear me telling Yarix, distract them.
Yarix.
Distract the people?
Yeah, who's Yarix distracting?
Everybody, anybody, I don't care.
Okay, so in that event, as I drop my tiny hut, I'm going to cast a large image, major image.
And in that time frame, I'm making it to there, carrying Ray.
Yes.
The major image. Let me see the major image. As the castle comes down, as the castle comes down, it looks like it implodes, and then it explodes into a giant Ferris wheel.
Okay, so out of nothingness, as people are starting to follow the group of you three, Sierra, Arasha, and Una, as you guys had just turned the corner and you kind of see what your friends are doing, now people are turning the corner behind you as you've made space, and as they kind of start making this turn, all of a sudden, boom! A giant Ferris wheel. Just how tall is your major image? Go ahead and link your major.
My major image is a 20-foot, so 20 by 20. No, can't be that. Let me find it.
Manticore jammies, yes.
Wait, what? Where does that mean?
It is 120 feet casting.
Why do I have two me's?
There's two of you. Sometimes that happens with me. If I can't find you. Okay. All right. Boom. Right. Basically, right on top of your friends. Obviously, they are kind of like part of the image now, and do you make them look like Ferris workers or what?
Well, so it
riding the
so
Ferris
what is
wheel.
it?
Damn it! I really hope that would have surged.
It's oh, I know, that'd have been great. So we're stopping these guys that I'm hovering over. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so so as they turn the corner, it looks like someone took Christmas lights and put it on a wooden Ferris wheel. Images of Araja and Una and Sierra are sitting there and they're riding it and they're like, "Oh man, this is so fun!" And because you three are in on it, it's almost like nothing happened. Like you can see the opacity.
So essentially, what's going on is this gigantic Ferris wheel has spawned into existence. There are, technically speaking, Sierra, Una, and Araja characters that are sitting in the seats of the Ferris wheel, looking like they're having a blast. And Sierra, Araja, and Una kind of looking around, going, "Hey, that's us."
The scream that they heard came from the people having fun on the fucking Ferris wheel.
But the problem is that realistically, Araja, Sierra, and Una are not in on it. They don't technically know what's going on. They just see themselves doing this because because they walked by and didn't really explain anything. They just heard Yarrick say heard Artemis say distract them, and so now they see themselves in here, as well as everybody else, kind of coming around the corner, and they're like, "What is going on?" The bartender just kind of comes around first. He's like, "What's going on here? What are you people? What is this?" He's looking at you, Ulysses.
Sorry, I had to get soda.
You're fine. He's looking at you, going, "What is this?"
This, good sir, is the Porto wheel, Ferris for anywhere device, and for 20 gold, you might even be able to have a ride. As soon as our patrons that are riding right now, do you like this? I could stay if you want.
Go ahead and roll a performance check for me, Jeremy. Una and Sierra. I will do these things for Araja, obviously. Are you going to try to play along with whatever it is that Yarix is doing right now? Are you going to try to be like, get along with this? What are you going to do?
Sierra is not. Sierra has no idea who Ulysses is.
Correct. Very much this is the case.
He's extra aggravated because he just doesn't know what's going on. He's confused.
He also sees an image of himself on the Ferris wheel as well.
Witchcraft.
You've got like cotton candy in one hand, and you have this huge smile, and you're like, I never look like that. I
made you smile, and you're drinking a non-alcoholic beverage, by the way.
Now he's real mad. No. Una, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go along with it.
Okay. I want you to go ahead. I want you to give me a wisdom. Or, wisdom. Why do I have a perm? I don't know.
Ciaro says.
Oh. but he's bald.
I know.
Not anymore.
You had so much fun.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give me a wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
He had so much fun. He started hair.
16. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
You have a -1, so 16. Not too bad. You recognize Ulysses and kind of because Yarix had changed into Ulysses
During the bar fight.
During the bar scuffle, not even a technical fight. And he came out, and you recognized him. So I will allow you to, with a 16 as high enough, to kind of play along and understand what's going on.
Okay.
Raja is in the same boat as Sierra because they don't know Ulysses, and they're like, "What is going on?" And she's already going to be aggravated because she woke up. It's whatever o'clock in the morning, and now she's wet.
And that one dude finds her and is like, "Hey,
yes!
Oh no!
Anyway, so switching back over to Artemis, Skia, and Ray. So you guys are able to make it over to the river just fine. Now you're down by the river, and hopefully, unlike a Neil Young song, you don't shoot your baby. So, what are you going to do, Artie?
Alright, does it seem like the change in atmosphere has done anything? Or is she still kind of flipping out?
She is still looking at you. She's looking at you similarly to how an infant would look at you. In the sense that she recognizes your face. She knows who you are. You kind of get the sense that she knows who you are. But just like the infant is unable to speak, she's not really or really do a whole lot of moving. She's kind of looking at you like that. So she's blinking oddly because the rain is hitting her face. But it doesn't seem like a whole lot has changed.
All right. Artie's going to go over right by the river's edge.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to kind of like set her like leaning up against a rock with her feet in the water. So that
feet in the water. Well, she doesn't have her shoes on, so that makes sense.
So the cold's going to kind of like just like that should help like kind of bring her back to herself at the very least, so that she can see her response. Because it's cold, she's going to pull her feet in if she's responding well.
Yeah. Okay. So you do that. Go ahead, Nick. Give me a survival. Skia, you can as well, because you're there too.
And he's doing this with some level of deliberation because he doesn't.
Yeah. I know.
Her in, you know.
It's nice of you to.
I don't know. Are you?
Let me help him.
I unmuted and I was talking.
What were you saying, honey?
I liked it.
You don't even have a good survival.
Is that your mimic of Jessica?
I don't even let him get Kate.
You don't even have a good survival.
What? I have a 4 in it.
Yes, honey.
I know.
What do you have in your survival, motherfucker?
Okay, so you both rolled. Skia, you would be the first to kind of notice. When her feet get put into the cold water, she doesn't respond immediately, and Artemis kind of turns to look at you, and as he's looking at you, he kind of misses it, but she does kind of recoil. It's a little bit slow, and that's kind of not as quick as he would have hoped, so he was kind of looking at Skia, kind of like, oh no, what the fuck's going on? But Skia, you see it, and you're like, look, and she does. She kind of pulls her feet back in, and she's looking at you. And Jessica, you can respond if you want.
I said, kind of in like a catatonic state, doesn't really know.
Can you hear her? Okay, she went out to the kitchen.
I hear water.
No, you hear sizzling. I'm sorry.
You're diddling?
I'm frying potatoes, and you hear sizzling.
There's potatoes right now.
I was about to say, you diddle in the kitchen? I mean, that's you, but I wouldn't diddle in the kitchen.
Definitely not diddling in the kitchen as my brother's sleeping on the couch.
Oh man, that's like that's a you porn video right there.
That's like some hentai shit. No. Okay, so Jessica, you can. I just unmuted you so I can actually hear you. So you can respond. Well, normally she sits right next to me, so I have her muted. So are you going to respond?
Skia's gonna crouch in front of Ray and be like, "What's going on? What can I do, please?"
She's gonna look at Skia and point to her chest. And
okay, I'm gonna search her. Can I search her?
Hold on. Search. You're gonna point to whose chest, Jess?
my chest. Point to Ray's chest.
Point to Ray's chest. Okay.
Pain.
Okay, I get it.
Are you hurting? Blink twice.
She'll blink. She'll blink twice because she is hurting.
Jeremy.
You're not doing it.
Yes.
This is to see if Artemis is understanding their sister language.
Their sister language? Yeah,
This
Artemis.
is not a sister language.
You
This
understand
is just
it because
trying to
they're
understand what the
speaking
fuck
common.
is going on. I know.
They're speaking common, so you understand.
I thought they were like pointing and stuff. Okay. And then Ray was, or not Ray, Skia was responding in common.
He is gonna look around. And notices that everybody's over here, right? Still busy. Is anybody looking over here, Josh?
No, nobody's looking over at you. They're all pretty well distracted at this gigantic Ferris wheel that squirted into existence.
Okay. Skia's gonna go in front of Ray. First, she's gonna try splashing some water on her. And then, at the same time, she's gonna kind of just drop her disguise and go back into her changeling form.
What?
She's trying to get her sister to react to her.
Right.
Alright.
Out of it. Ask Wire. What are you doing? What?
And I changed back instantly.
You what?
I changed back instantly.
Okay.
Oh, that worked. You fucking idiot! You scared me.
Why? Why are we not in hut and we by river? What happened? What's going on? Why are we outside? It's early.
Wait, where did her face go? She had no face for a second. It was just one big blob.
What? What are you talking about?
Like, your face disappeared.
No, Nick, I literally look like my character as a changeling.
Alright. So, yeah, Ray kind of snaps to. Ray, you feel fine. Without trouble. After you've kind of snapped to, after whatever's going on with whatever happened, you actually feel pretty well rested.
What the fuck?
Whatever happened, maybe it was just a long delay for you waking up. It's really hard to tell. Swapping back over,
you had black smoke coming out of you.
Everybody in town is kind of looking and coming and congregating in the rain. Some people with like ghetto umbrellas, other people
Jeremy's
just kind of standing in the rain. And they're all looking like, what the fuck is going on? It is 4 a.m. or whatever o'clock in the morning it is. What are you doing? What is this?
Well,
I hand Ray her clothes.
Okay, yeah, you hand it to her, and she kind of gets dressed underneath the blanket or whatever. But the better part of about 5 or 6 minutes goes by, Jeremy. You can tell that the expire here in a few minutes.
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and sit there and. Oh, let's see. Well, obviously, you guys don't know how to have, don't appreciate the fun that I'm bringing. This town is so drab. But I'll just pack this up and I'll tell my patrons to go away, patrons. Get on, go into the forest. Get.
You're trying to convince them to leave?
Yeah, my buddies.
Your friends?
Yes.
Like Una, Araja, and Zero? Okay.
So I can take an action because major image allows me to have it move and be natural looking and all sort of good stuff.
Okay.
So
Una, you're playing along, so you can easily move as you desire. I want you to give me a persuasion check, Jeremy. To try to talk to Sierra and Araja into, because they're still kind of standing still, being like, "What is going on?" They've kind of just been out of it. Like Sierra's like, "I've never been this drunk where I'm imagining things." Those are other things. Those are drugs. I didn't have a drug. I just had some booze. This is really weird. An 18. All right, with an 18, passively. You knock it out of the park for both Sierra and Araja. They don't have a way. An 18 is too much for them. So they kind of unnaturally kind of back up. Like, all right, I guess I'll leave. So they leave your square. They leave your circle. But there are other people still around you. The other villagers that are kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
So as I feel as my spell is waning, I'm going to without actually commanding it.
I put a mask on her because I didn't want to deal with it because I retried it 3 times.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I sat there and said, commanded my Ferris wheel to almost magically fold in onto itself and get smaller and smaller till it turns into something. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of like it just kind of folding up on itself.
Almost steampunk like.
Yeah. So it starts folding down. And
then as it's done, I'll sit there and pretend to do some little hand gesture to make it like poof, and then I'm gonna take a bow and be like, "Fine, your entertainment is now gone. I hope you're happy."
All right, and so it disappears, and everybody kind of awkwardly, not really knowing what to do or how to respond. Some people are kind of like, yeah, like, woo! Yeah. Other people, you hear some groans like, huh? Other people are just kind of like, what is going on? And they kind of start to disperse. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. They kind of start to disperse and go about their business. Except for one guy who kind of confronts Araja. No, I'm joking.
No! That would have been so funny.
Where that booty at?
It's funny. It's fine. And the barkeep kind of sees you, and he recognizes you from yesterday, and he's like, Why are you doing this to me?
Oh my God. Everything is about you.
You're not there, Kate.
No, I know I'm not there. I'm just saying.
Why are you doing this?
Is he talking to me, or
he's looking right at you?
Oh, well, that seems a little narcissistic.
It does.
It's not just you. Plus, it looked like you needed a little lightening up. But as I see, you definitely don't need any of this, so we'll just be on our merry way, I guess.
It's the middle of the night. Where are you going to go? Never mind. I don't care. And he just kind of walks, now that the front door is kind of unbarred, he just walks right in. And the other people just kind of leave as well.
You were talking about the barring of the door. See, it was dark. I was still tired.
He's gone. Like, as you're still trying to talk.
Yes.
So now, the 4 of you are just kind of standing here in the rain.
We're gonna I'm gonna... So we're still over by the river, right?
Yes, yeah, you're still over by the river.
I'm helping Ray back up, and I was like, "Are you okay, Ray?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay, Artie?
What's wrong, baby girl?
What did you dream about, Ray?
He leans in and whispers, "Did you have a bad dream?" right as.
Why are you whispering? I'm right here.
Yeah, you guys are still far away. Nobody's around you.
I
They're
had a
walking
bad
back,
dream.
and he said, "I had a bad dream too."
I had a bad dream, and it left a mark.
I too dream badly.
I dreamed you were
You're
trapped,
not
right?
even anywhere near him either, Yari, so you're talking to yourself.
As soon as Artemis says that, Skia, like, her eyes go kind of big. Like, she's like, what the? I dreamed that too.
You were grabbing at your chest earlier about the same spot, right? Or did you dream that you were stabbed as well?
Yes.
Was it Henry?
What'd you just say?
Was it Henry?
On the edge of all of your vision, in the sense of you four over here, on the edge of your vision, you can see Ray or Skia and Artemis. If you guys want to walk over there in the wet raininess.
Well, we're walking their way.
Okay.
We are?
Slowly.
I said, you guys didn't tell me you were.
I said I was helping Ray up so we can start walking that direction.
No, you just helped her stand. I'm not ready to walk back to the group yet.
Ready to walk back.
All right. Do you four want to walk towards them?
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go that way.
Okay. Sierra.
Yeah, Sierra's gonna go back inside and sit at the bar because it's raining.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, Rock's just gonna do the same thing. She's kind of like, "Fuck this rain," and while those two kind of go over there. So Sierra, you're back in the inn. Una, are you gonna go back inside, or are you gonna walk over there?
I'll walk over there and check on them.
Okay. Yeah. So you two meet up over there, and kind of come to the piece.
Alright,
Over here.
just a question to throw out there. How many fucking people here dreamed of that fucking Scully Henry bat?
Am I there?
Yeah, you're all over there now.
Ray is just gonna look at her sister.
I definitely had that dream too. Did anybody else have problems with that dream? You know, kind of shook you up a bit.
You smell like you pissed yourself.
I certainly do not. I am prestidigitized, as you can see.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps with smells.
Well, it didn't help you when I was destroying that ass.
Not even in your dreams.
Should I remind you of the banshees I sent upon you?
He smacks him. Ow! Stop it.
Wait, what am I
Now's
missing?
not the time to joke. Some serious shit is going on here.
That is true. You are correct.
I had a dream about Henry.
You did too?
Yeah.
As did I.
Oh, now you want to be friendly.
We all had dreams about Henry.
Henry marked me. That's not the mark I want to show everyone.
I
believe this is a case of Tamara's principle.
What do you mean he marked you?
What did I say the other day? I was like, I could have made it a mark above her vag or something, just so that Yarix can see what it looks like.
No, she would never show him.
Exactly, or anyone. But I get it. No, okay, go ahead, continue.
I might be able to. Go ahead.
He touched me and marked me, and it shocked me.
I suspect this is a case of Tamara's principle.
Tamara's principle?
What the fuck is that?
So, have you all heard of Tamara Wormwood, the wizard?
Artie, if we've heard of it, why would we be asking what it is?
Whatever. Tamara's principle is where someone who has the ability to do something, has the means to do something, has the motivation to do something, and is clearly the one who did something,
but
is almost too willing to flaunt that they did that thing.
So that must be Henry is not, because it is too.
I suspect that somebody is trying to get us to.
Henry marked me. He said, "I don't deserve this."
Somebody
said that it was better than you deserve.
Oh, it was better than I deserved.
either Henry wants us to do the obvious reaction and go back to him and try and avenge what happened, or somebody else is trying to get us to go interfere with Henry.
Well, I think I need to show somebody the mark.
No, I agree.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you all agree. Oh no, I think
I could.
On the list.
I'm a decent hand at a sketch if you needed someone to.
I have a pornographic memory, a photographic memory.
I believe the first one.
Oh.
I will show Ray my mark.
Right here in front of everybody?
No, behind the bush.
I summon unseen.
There is a bush
right here.
Yes, there is a bush. So you and Ray are gonna go walk behind the bush?
Get over here!
Okay, so she'll walk behind the bush with you.
The bush was actually an illusion.
The bush is an alarm. It's a camera.
And there is also the unseen servant nearby.
It is not.
I'm just playing. None of that happened.
All right.
Here, I can show you guys my mark.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
So it only takes a moment for to whip a titty out, and you kind of you kind of show her what. And in the rain, and the darkness, it is hard to tell a lot of detail, but obviously, like I said, you guys could see in shades of gray from the light sources that are nearby. She's able to make out that it is black in color, but and the shape as well.
Maybe I should have showed somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be able to help me.
I mean, unless you want to roll something, Jessica, you want to see if you can tell what. I mean, it depends on how.
Arcana,
probably.
I would, yeah.
I can also do detect magic.
You could do whatever you feel like doing.
Do both. Fuck, there's something wrong with us, clearly.
Let me do this one. Sure. And detect magic there.
Okay, so.
And boom.
Nice, good roll.
Nice. All right, just give me one moment.
She's determined. She's a determined bitch.
I'll refresh this too.
What, sweetie? Where is it? In the freezer.
Okay. I just gotta pull something up, so give me a second.
Yeah,
Here we go. My children are obsessed with Allie. Where's Allie? What's Allie doing? What's Allie doing?
Allie is upstairs doing something with.
Wait, okay. What did I miss? Somebody cast something. Oh, you cast Detect Magic. Okay. Alright, so Detect Magic in a gigantic radius. So you sense in this radius a lot of magicalness. As most of you are carrying a variety of magical items.
Damn Christmas tree.
Sia's entire body is like glowing. She has a magical cloak, a magical chest, armor, but there is, as you kind of work through this, it does last a few minutes. As you kind of, since you're still behind the bush, I will allow her to kind of remove that layer of armor to kind of visualize what the fuck you're actually looking at. Mm-hmm. And the mark is glowing the. It doesn't say it glows a specific color when you detect magic. I would say like a dull green color is what you're kind of sensing, Jessica. These magical auras are kind of like greenish. Some are brighter than others. When you look at this mark on her chest, it's pretty dull. In comparison, like her chest piece is Chris, I love that. In comparison, her chest piece, her armor, is glowing a little bit brighter. And as you kind of walk back over to the group after figuring this out, Una's mittens, I wanted to say mittens, her gloves are her Titanstone knuckles are glowing like they might as well be like super green. And when you look at the side of Artemis where Karagul is, super bright green. So yes, it is magical.
Great.
Okie
Fantastic.
Know that it's magical.
What is going on with your gloves, Una?
No. Okay. Only she knows that it's.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, only she knows. Only Ray knows.
I'm gonna hand.
It's not like fairy fire where everybody can see it. It's basically only the caster can see whatever is being detected.
I'm gonna hand Ray some paper and I'm gonna say, draw it on this. And,
No, she's
we'll give it to Artie. We'll give it to Artie.
Oh, okay, so you give it to Artie.
No, she's gonna have me draw it.
Oh, have you draw it and then give it to Artie. Okay, so you go to start trying to draw it as best you can, but the paper gets really wet really quick.
Damn it, Josh.
And
It's fucking
what do you mean, damn it, Josh? You guys are out in the rain.
Fucking rain.
So much.
Doing nature shit.
My headset.
You're having conversations
Ray is
in the
gonna
rain.
suggest-
Chris,
Artie walks
Sierra
over.
is in there. He's just having
To a
a
bush.
drink. He's paying the barkeep his tab. He's talking about this horse he really
Okay.
likes. and y'all are out in the rain just having a conversation.
So Ray is gonna tell Skia that
Would you like to continue being in the rain?
Ray is going to tell Skia that she maybe should try to describe it. Like, I can try to describe it to Artie, but she may want to show Artie.
Like the sun.
If it helps, I've seen a boob before.
That's beside the point. Do you think I want to show you my tit, Artie?
I know you don't want to show me your tit. I don't want you to show me your tit. It's not.
Ray will help kind of
Here, you could
From her
use
saying
some,
that, or rather from Artemis saying that, I could totally see Skia being like, "What? My tit's not good enough to look at?"
Yeah, totally. Now she's looking. What? Now it's not good enough for you?
No, it's a matter of
Jeremy,
like,
that's right,
that's
feelings and
She's a sundari.
Because I'm a changeling?
No, that's not it. I don't want you to have to show me.
I want you to do like a little huffy puffy face too when you say that.
I mean, we have you could use some river mud and cover up most of it.
What did you just say to me?
I'm trying to help.
He said, "Give me the muddy ass titty."
Some muddy titties.
Ray will also suggest that she help kind of shield so that not.
I could or I could wait. Does Artie has like a handkerchief, right?
Yeah.
Artie takes his handkerchief and pulls out his knife, and he just chops a chunk out of the handkerchief and then hands it so that there's like this little like inch and a half
A pasty? A pasty?
of hole, so she can paste it so that all I see is the spot.
You know it is that big.
I don't know. You could show me part and then show me the other part.
It may be a nipple.
I guess I could make it that big.
That's true, huh? You could do that. Was it bigger?
What?
I don't know I don't know how big it is.
Oh my god.
And can I like hear this banter back and forth from where I'm at?
Or
Go ahead and show him your tit already.
wait, Ray, do you have minor illusion? I have minor illusion.
Oh my god. No, we're done. We're done. We're done.
Maybe.
Prestidigitize the nipples away.
That's that prestidigitation does not remove nipples.
No, I do not have minor illusion.
I have minor illusion. How big a hole?
I was thinking about getting memory
Don't
wipers.
need hole.
Modify memory.
Okay, Ray is just gonna explain what it looks like. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Jessica. Roll a history check for me to see if you can
remember.
If she doesn't do a good job,
history or performance.
if she doesn't do a good job, Ski is just gonna flash Artie.
Okay, and he'll have a split second to remember. A 5. So she does a terrible. She goes. So like
it's
there's
black and it's like it's got like a shape, right? It's got a good
and
shape.
It's shaped like a sun, but it's black. Okay.
You're wrong, right?
So it's like a sun.
Just shut up, Ray.
He knows what color that nipple is.
That doesn't mean I'll know what color it's going to be in 20 minutes.
Oh!
He's also outside and it's kind of cold in the rain.
Damn it, Josh! Just fucking put it. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me? It's raining.
It's nature, Kate. It's
well, YouTube. You guys have a skin that you could go into, even though Kate's not allowed in it.
Exactly.
The changelings are not allowed to go in that inn.
No, just Kate.
No,
No,
it does
he
not
said the
changelings.
changelings.
No, he didn't say anything about changelings.
He doesn't know it's changelings.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
that
said
was
changelings.
It was
He
both of
said
them.
something about
Yeah,
no
yeah.
changelings.
No,
No,
he didn't.
Ski is
both of them.
just
But he
being
looked at
dramatic.
both of us.
Well,
And
yeah.
said, you too. Out.
No, he looked at Ray. He looked at Skia.
Next to Skia, and he was talking to both of us.
No, he was talking to Skia.
Whatever.
He was the only one he talked about because Skia was the only rude one. Anyway,
It was not
They
so
tried
rude.
to
I
be
was
rude.
defending my people.
the people that you're pretending to not be.
You would not know that.
Well, then why are you defending them?
No, back.
Anyway,
Spewing.
you're in the rain, trying to
I told
describe
you,
a sun.
I flash Artie.
Okay, so you're gonna flash Artie.
Quickly.
Artie, I want you to give me a history check. Or I will say, I take that back. I don't want you to give me history. That's a little bit too quick. I want you to give me, I would say investigation. Yeah, give me investigation. Because you got to get it. You're ready to look. And you just awesome. You're like, shing! You got that. What did you call it, Jeremy?
Pornographic memory.
Pornographic memory. Shing! Thank you, Chris. Chris, I appreciate you doing this. I really do. I appreciate this.
That's awesome.
And you instantly get a look at what this is. Your eyes do go south for just a second. Boom. Right. Okay, you got all right. It's this.
Yeah, it like trails down her body, then back up.
Yeah. You see, and you're able to eventually get to, but what you look at is, let me show you. There you go.
It's gotta be all detailed.
That's what you see.
What am I seeing?
You don't see it in EO?
It's in the chat.
No, it's in the. It's on the screen.
It's in the screen on the VTT. Did it come across, Jeremy or Nick?
I didn't see it.
Across for me.
That's fine.
I see it. It looks like feathers. It looks like feathers.
I can put it in EOS as well. There you go.
Too bad my character doesn't know what it looks like.
You don't?
He does not.
That looks like goats.
It looks like it could be around the nipple.
It is not around my nipple.
It was above the nipple.
It was above.
It's like it's like a sun, but it's almost like a whirlpool.
In terms of size, let me see if I have something of comparable size. Like the bottom of a soda can. About that.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty.
He touched me. I felt the shock, like pain, and then I had this mark. What is it? And it glows.
Glows. Artie's gonna try and do an Arcana roll to see what he understands of it.
Okay.
Because he has like the books and stuff, and he knows it. Like he's obviously not gonna pull them out right now.
Yeah, you didn't do anything with my Arcana roll, Josh. You just did it with the.
I got a 14. That's true. She got a 21.
That's true.
21.
If I didn't have to show Artie my boobie.
You with a 14, you similarly to Ray and her detect magic, you recognize that this is a curse. You can recognize, so she was able to detect that it was magical. You can confirm that, as well as kind of iterate that it's not a blessing. It would be considered a curse. With a 14, you're not 100% sure the kind of curse. If it's obviously it's not instant death. You're not sure if she's going to go bald in a week, or if she will die in a month, or if she's going to lose an arm. You're not really sure what kind of curse. There's a lot of curses in this world, and you've seen a lot of stuff.
How can we get this figured out? And why is it always me and my sister dealing with shit like this?
The world loves changelings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what of Ray's Arcana check?
Y'all are really wet, by the way.
You can't hear me, can you?
Can you make another tiny hut?
Yeah, I believe I can. Let me go ahead.
Why don't you make that over here by river?
That's a really good. That's a really good thing. Just so you know, that's a really good thing. Just in case you haven't already, all of you. Let me go up here and check. All of you can take a long rest, except for Skia. Skia, what? you seem to feel, now that you kind of are, I don't know, up and about and wet to the bone, you kind of feel the opposite of how Ray feels right now. You feel like you didn't sleep at all, as if the entire night consisted of nothing but an endless search in vain, like you were just tossing and turning all night. And in fact, Skia is going to be the only one in the party right now that has 1 point of exhaustion.
Very cool, bud.
Well, I can't sleep right now. It's 3 a.m.
Also true, but everybody else will have gotten the equivalent of a long rest.
I'm going to take a nap. Make tiny hut. I am.
Did it go? Let me see.
Yes, it did.
There it is. I put it on a house.
All right. So, and Araja is kind of shifting over into the bar for just a split second. Araja is kind of drying off in the inn, kind of next to the fireplace, listening to a bard that's playing it. He's, now that the bar is kind
not
of
as good as me.
The bar is kind of a little bit active. You know, people decided to not go back to sleep, and so the barkeep, decided to stay awake, and he's serving drinks. People are at the bar. And so Araja is listening to this bard play at near the fire, and it remains to be seen if he is as good or not as good as Yarks. And Sierra is at the bar, kind of getting his drinks, talking to the innkeep, and talking about zombies and whatever the hell those are, and a perm.
and she hates zombies.
Yes, Araja does, but she's not over at the bar.
Oh,
yeah, but so there's a little bit of that for you, Chris. I know you're going to continue drinking, so unless you want to do anything else, everybody else is still outside. You're like, you kind of think to yourself for a second, wow, they've been outside for a long time. It's still raining.
Already got his 4 hours. Artie's actually going to go into the inn.
Okay.
Once everyone settles down, he's going to go into the inn, and he's going to set up at a table inside the bar, and he's going to start just pulling out books after books after books. And people are going to realize that Artie has been carrying the entire time. He's had like 13 books on him, full-on freaking tomes.
Where the hell are you keeping those?
In my pockets. And he just starts going through them one by one, just looking for anything. And he's got a little notepad and a little scroll, and he's just taking notes on everything about curses he can find in these books.
I have the tiny hut make him
I'm going to assume that they didn't have anything because none of his books are really aimed for curses. Or at least individual curses. Right? but like
bar.
But he's just in at the bar like doing this, and like if the barkeep comes over and is like, "Are you gonna order something, son?" He's gonna be like, "Oh yes, some water, please," and like maybe toss him a shilling. But he's never gonna like get drunk. He's in like work mode. He's trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So
he just doesn't have the materials to actually accomplish anything with this.
Yeah. So Artemis goes into the inn then. Una, what are you gonna do?
Una's been very quiet.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in the inn.
Una can help with my
Bye.
Una can help with the reading if she wants.
Una can't read.
Una can't read.
Cannot read. Yes.
Una's got to work on that.
Yeah. Una is gonna. So before I swap over to the inn, then you three that are because Yarix is kind of tied down to.
I'm gonna get Zonal.
Huh?
I'm gonna get Zonal.
Okay.
Horizontal.
He's going night.
I know what that. I knew what it meant. I was just saying. So you're gonna try to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Ray is gonna lay down as well next to Skia.
Yeah.
Skia, you're gonna try to make up the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ray needs assistance in the kitchen though.
I'm gonna cuddle up to Skia.
The fuck you are?
Are you gonna let him?
No. I don't like
She doesn't want to let you.
Why are you trying to
She
cuddle?
lacks her from her sister. Leave it alone.
I do. May I remind you, in whose house do you happen to be?
May I remind you who owns the swords house?
The swords will get rusty if they have to go back out in the rain.
They will not. They are magical.
I'll show you magical.
Oh my
Yarks, you're being really annoying.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah, you do that.
You roll over.
I roll over. Oh, we're still in the same area.
The tiny hut is, by definition, tiny. You can't really go very far.
Nice.
I think this. What does it say? The spell is it's like 10 square meters or something.
Yeah.
It can fit like 7 people.
10 by 10.
Yeah, so it's a pretty tight space. So, swapping over to the inn, Sierra, Una, and Araja and Artemis are there. Artemis is at the table. He already told me what he was doing. Araja's over here listening to the bard, kind of warming up, kind of curled up on this like bear rug. Let me activate this real quick. Una, what are you going to do? So, Sierra's at the bar.
It's super late, right?
Oh, yeah, it's super late.
She's going to go back to bed.
It depends on your definition of what's early and what's late. It's,
Navy early.
It is Navy early, normal people late.
Yeah, Una's going to go the hell back to bed.
Okay, so Una goes back up to her bed and goes to sleep.
Coming to the hut?
Nope, she didn't. She said she went into the inn.
Nope.
She RUNF.
Fine, I guess we're still fighting then, huh?
Wow.
And then, so
Harry.
what? So not a whole lot of time passes before people kind of all get about the same kind of feelings. They kind of, real quickly are like, oh, you know what? Instead of drinking, I should go to bed, or oh, I should go to bed, and they all end up kind of going to sleep.
Is it long enough for long?
Artie already got his rest. He doesn't get that feeling.
Yeah, Artie already got his rest, so he's good. Sierra went to bed early, so he's fine.
He's just arguing with the barkeeper about the horse.
Yeah, you just back and forth about the horse. He's like, look, I know I'm not saying that the zombie horse is bad, but zombies equal more they eat other things.
I eat other things.
Who?
He is very like everybody he's met in the last day and a half is just trying to argue semantics with him, like
on points that he never thought were arguments.
Yeah,
Zombies are misunderstood.
That in normal activities nobody would argue over. Like, oh, changelings kill people, and then all of a sudden people are like, "Hey, changelings aren't bad people." Burr, burr, burr. And he's like, "Oh my god!" And then somebody came in with a zombie horse, and now he's my best patron right now. Like, he's kind of like he's reflecting on his life's choices in starting this bar at the moment.
Yeah. Right now, the entire morning, there's been somebody yelling about water, complaining about the air, and reading books, which he's never seen happen in a bar.
Yeah, this little kobold keeps running back and forth, giving you water, going away, giving you water, come back, giving you water.
No, what? Do it again, but this time put the lemon in.
Yeah, so he'll do that. But after a little bit of time, the evening goes by. The rain starts to subside, and at this point, as the sun begins to rise, as Araja slept near the fire, and Sierra at some point took a nap there at the bar. The barkeep kind of went back and doing his thing. Artie stayed up for the remainder
if Artie
of the
sees
evening.
that Sierra is asleep at the bar, he'll go take his blanket that he's not using right now. It's a little wet, but he'll take it and he'll put it over Sierra and then go back to his reading.
Yeah, that doesn't bother the damp blanket. Doesn't bother Sierra. He's had worse.
He's a sailor.
Yeah, he's had worse. Most of the time he doesn't even get a blanket, or it has holes in it.
Yeah.
But the evening goes by without a problem. I'm going to take just about a 5 to 10 minute break, guys. I got to go help Jessica to grab a couple things to finish dinner.
Okay.
So go ahead, take about 10 minutes, and we'll come back.
Sure.
Okay?
Oh, okay,
Yeah, just a little bit of an early break. So come back in 10 minutes. All right. And you can take your long rest.
I fucking rested long-wise.
You rested long-wise? That's good. I'm
They're
glad
gonna
you
call
did.
me. They're gonna call me Gem. No. Damn, that doesn't work.
Jim Wheezy.
No, it's gonna be Samwise the long sleep, but it doesn't work out.
That'll be all right. I love you. I'm sure we'll figure out what you're cursed with. Bitch, I ain't talking to you.
Me?
If I was talking to you, I'd have said bitch first.
I love you too.
If I was... Jeremy, how many times have I spoken to you where I did not say bitch as part of what I was saying? I'm just saying.
I know.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
It's
bitch.
okay. Oh, damn it! You did it again.
What again?
Just like a good leftovers. Foiled again.
That's a classic. I love it. I love it. You are a good fencer.
Or a math problem.
What?
Foil. First, outer, inner, last.
Oh, that's not all math problems, though. That's not all. Oh, I suppose not all. Some fencers use FAs.
Like a thrifty person's windows. Those are also foiled.
I like it. That's good. I kind of want to go look at all the books because I actually have a list of all the books that Artie has and come up with some random, mildly curse-related tidbits from them.
You said tidbits.
He's seen one tit, and now he's.
Yeah, I guess they're tidbits, aren't they?
Tidbits.
Or titbits.
Did you flash them in real life?
No.
I mean, I suppose it's only fair that Artemis helicopters.
You gotta get in character. You just gotta get in character.
Danny, my child was on the couch watching his show.
Do make sure he doesn't see you when you flash.
No.
I mean, he could be the village kid taking a piss in the river.
The fuck, Nick?
You have an entire back. You can put your back to your child and flop your boobies out.
This sounds like a good plan, babe.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh well, we tried.
No.
Good night.
Bitch, what the fuck? We're supposed to play Dead by Daylight after this.
You're not
Dead
my
by
real
Day.
mom.
I'm not any
You're not my dad.
fake one either.
True, but that just means that she doesn't love you enough to not beat you after that.
Oh.
It's true.
Ding.
Wait.
What?
You said you didn't love me.
Wait a minute.
I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I am hurt.
I heard
That
her
is
say
not
that.
what I
I heard her say
said.
that. I think what she said was that she loves me more. She hangs out with you so she can hang out with me.
Oh, bitch.
Damn, Caitlin.
That is super false. Sir, did you wash your hands?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Go wash your hands, Alexander.
Why do you always call me that?
That's your son's name, you fucking Fruit Loop.
Oh man, I love you.
I love Juice you too.
I think I'm gonna have some gin.
Again?
I didn't have any gin today.
You had some last night. Mr.
Yeah.
I have COVID.
Listen. I heard that that I forgot.
You think I should not? I cannot.
No, go ahead. I just think
I feel like she doesn't want me to have gin.
no, go ahead.
How do you go drink and tell him he can't drink?
I had one because I haven't drank the whole time I was sick.
Yeah, I've been drinking because I'm sick and fuck being sick, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not gonna.
Like I'm better today, but I'm still sick. I'll be back. Y'all got a good 30 seconds to talk shit about me before I find out.
Alright. Is he gone?
He's gone.
Sweet. I can't think of anything. Somebody start something.
You can have it if you want.
How would Doolin say? Any rumors? Anyone want to start any rumors?
How dare you bring Doolin into this?
The Doolin is here. We can make Doolin a character in the game.
You have to be the strongest.
You can't beat Jacob.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Well, damn it. He'd have to be at least equal. I don't know.
Yes. It could be a duo villain team.
Yeah.
Doolin and the Clintonator.
Oh Jesus! About playing into this. Clint would definitely have to be like a. He'd have to be like a bad guy that presents.
They're not
himself
making
as a
dinner.
good guy.
They're fucking.
Yep.
I considered the idea.
Oh god.
It was a 10-minute break. I was like, that is just enough time.
Just kidding.
Shit. I mean, if they don't mind you joining.
No.
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Oh my! Hello, stream.
Who's talking shit?
We're just talking about joining each other's coitus.
No, we're not talking about that. They're talking about.
Yeah, Kate gave the green light.
Oh man, she did.
We're all super surprised.
So
You
y'all,
will never,
my jaw
ever,
was on
ever
the
believe
floor.
that. Yeah, you're stupid.
I'm listening to the wrong music for this. Then I was just having some synth wave going in the back. I
You
should
need
probably
some
switch
pussy
over.
money weed.
I know.
Oh, that's right. So Doja Cat, she told me. No, Doja Cat told me that I wish that the pussy was a kissing booth so I could taste breakfast, lunch, and gin and juice.
What the fuck?
I believe it. That sounds like something Doja Cat would say.
Oh, she's so fucking good. I love her.
No, yeah.
You know who else is like in the same vein, but just like awesome? What's she called?
Oh, Rihanna.
Lazzy, something like that.
Oh my god. No, you didn't. Did you say Rihanna, Jeremy? Really?
Rihanna.
Yeah, she's.
Oh, what's her name? I'm trying to remember her name, but like she has this one song, like it's fucking great. Like she's got the perfect like combination of lyrics and breakdown for it.
Is she like the first? Isn't she the one that said first things first? I'm the realest.
No, not her.
Are you thinking? I think.
Lotto.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Lotto.
Latto. She has her song "Big Energy."
Not to be confused with Big Dick Energy.
Oh no, it's Big Dick Energy.
Oh, okay.
And then there's also this one song I was listening to called Estrogen. That one's pretty good.
That's a classic.
By Apani B. Fly, featuring Ayana, Helix C, Heroin. They've got a lot of people on this song. But like, it's weird. It's like there's like most of the like parts on it are okay, but then like 2 or 3 of like the parts, because it's one of those songs where just like it goes from one person rapping to the next person rapping the whole song. And like 2 or 3 of them are just like some of the most amazing bars I've ever heard.
All right, so
like these girls bring in bars
with our pornographic memory in place, and the morning dew on the bits and bobs of some of our people. We awaken. So. I don't know if you heard me, Kate, before you left, but you can remove that 1 point of exhaustion because you were able to finish your long rest.
Oh, okay.
So, if you didn't know,
it went away when I did my long rest.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right,
Zero, I've got it. I think I've got it. Zero, wake up! I think I've got it. Look. If you see right here on page 312, paragraph 7, what does that say, Sierra? I'll just tell you what it says.
I need another drink.
That is definitely not what it says.
The barkeep isn't out there yet.
That is not what it says. What it says is, if you look, it's talking about the curse that the lich brought upon the land. Oh, fuck, no, it's upon the land. It's not upon... I needed another.
Artie has been trying for most of the evening now, or I guess you would say early morning.
I'm sorry, Sierra.
As the world comes to light, people begin to move again. You hear sounds and smells from the tavern kitchen as everything starts to kind of heat up. And you are expected to probably be on your way down towards the pier here pretty soon.
How do I feel, Josh?
I wouldn't say you feel like you got hit by a bus, but maybe like that feeling after you go sleep on somebody's couch when you're visiting a friend or something,
and you got to pop your neck.
Yeah, kind of not the best sleep ever. But
is that tattoo like? Does it hurt to touch? Like, is it sensitive?
It's not as painful as it was yesterday. It's similar. I would say it's arguably similar to how a real tattoo would feel. First day is super painful. Second day, not as painful, but still, if somebody tried to give you a high five on the titty, it would hurt.
I think that would hurt no matter fucking what.
No matter what, but you know what I mean.
Cielo is gonna go outside and pee.
You're gonna go outside to take a piss?
Yeah.
All right, so you go outside. The sun is shining. It's just over the horizon. You, with your sailor intuition, would understand it's probably on the tail end of 6:30 in the morning. And as you spread your own... Huh? Oh, did you not start the stream back up? I didn't know you paused the stream, Jess. I didn't know you paused it.
That's all right. We could start from the top.
Go ahead and start it. Oh, okay. All right, we're back. You didn't really miss a whole lot. The morning. It's the morning now. Sierra, you're going out to take a piss. Your sailor intuition lets you know it's just on the tail end of 6:30 in the morning. And as the morning dew is now drenched with a little bit more dew, more of the Sierra kind, you can see out, and yeah, there's a little bit of movement in this little dainty town, or not even dainty, hubbub of a town, but it's not a whole lot of people that are moving right now. More particularly, probably because everybody's sleeping in a little bit from some Ferris wheel event that happened last night. But it is early, and you are aware of the fact that you have a plane to catch, and by plane I mean boat, and nobody else is up right now, except for you.
I wish to
Artie.
I'm gonna since nobody is around me.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna try to sneak off to see Cranberry.
Okay, you go and you sneak off. Not a whole lot of sneaking is needing to be involved because nobody cares. Nobody's around. You get over to the stable.
To the stable, and I'm like, oh, here. They brought me a carrot instead of a water last night.
No. Artie's still looking through the books. You barely even noticed Sierra leave. And the time hasn't kind of caught up to you, to Artemis, to realize like maybe 5 minutes has gone by at this point, which is a little bit long for somebody to go take a pee, even if he had told you were going to pee, which he didn't. But nonetheless, you go, Sierra, you go over to the stables, and you see Cranberry. She is tied up still, kind of like I said, more or less a hog tie situation rather than just tied up to a pole. The other zombie horses are also still tied up. And you go into Cranberry's little stable area, and you're able to kind of pet her little Cranberry zombie head.
Yes. And I'm just gonna pick her up, and I'm gonna make my way to the boat, not even really caring if anybody else is aware of what's going on. It's gonna...
Okay.
Razz the horse.
Has a horse on his shoulder, and he's got his two great hammers in his one hand, and he's kind of got him tucked up under his armpit. He's got the horse up on his shoulder, and she's kind of like, okay, I guess we're leaving. Yeah, because she can't really do much about it. And you start walking down the hill. It's not too far before you kind of get closer, and we kind of changing gears. Araja kind of stretches out, kind of does her morning cat routine, and she recognizes that Artie's doing over there, and she briefly goes up to him to just kind of see what he's doing, And as she kind of sees just a mountain of books, she says, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. No, no." And she kind of goes to see what's going out about in the world. And as she kind of steps out the front door, she sees Sierra kind of making his way down towards the docks, and she starts to kind of follow him to see where the hell he's going. And as she does that, she hears a voice from behind her. "Hey, wait a minute! Wait there!" And as she kind of turns her head, she sees the head of Dane Cartwright, the blacksmith.
Oh, no.
She kind of swooned, running her way. "Hey, you swindled me! I'm going to get my money for those knives! 200 gold right now, or else I'll let Captain Ragnaros know you're involved." And he kind of brandishes like a tattoo on his arm that's similar to the flag that you can kind of see in the distance on the flagstaff of the ship.
Will you come back this way? Will you hand me a water?
No, I won't. And she is...
That was fucking rude. Sammy, you're talking to.
You're right. I'm sorry, Sammy. I love you.
I know. He hates me now.
No, I love you, Sammy. Now, I will deal with her roles for that. It's still early morning. Artie, you're all alone right now.
Yes.
And you kind of recognize it. More of an epiphany. Like, you're looking through your book, you kind of realize, and you're like, "Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute! What time is it?" And you kind of look around. Nobody's around you. The bar, the room is basically empty. You don't even see a single... You're the only one in here.
Where's that?
What do you do, little dog?
Oh, he must have gone to bed. Oh my, I kept him up very late, huh? Artie pulls out some coin and drops it behind the counter where only the barkeep could see.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really paying attention to how much he pulls out, just a handful, a little more than one would usually give for water because he kept the guy up late. He feels bad and he's like, "Well, I didn't find too much, but possibly if we used the sacrifice of a goat, we could use the blood of an elf, which we do have access to. Other than that, though, I doubt he used goat blood, but I have so much elf blood. It's worth a try. I guess I'll go try." And he starts packing the books away, which takes a good minute. And as he's doing that, he's just like still keeping an eye out and here, listening for anything going on from the windows behind him.
Right, and at this time, you hear some footsteps coming down the stairs, and Una kind of has, at this point, woken up and joins you down here, and she kind of sees you kind of packing up your books.
I might have a cure. I doubt it will work, but I might have a cure.
Going on?
Una does not, but she sees him looking at books. Books sometimes have pictures.
I might have a solution for something.
Oh, good job, Artie. Did you get any sleep?
I did, actually. I got very well rested. I actually spent 5 hours meditating last night instead of 4. I feel kind of lazy.
Well, that's good. Make sure you get something to eat, too.
Oh, somebody left this hunk of stale bread right here. I'll just eat that.
That's true. The kobold did leave a little bit of bread there for you.
And this carrot.
a single kind of gnarly looking carrot.
I thought we could give it. I thought we could put some blood on it and give it to Cranberry.
Oh, Steve might like that.
Yeah, since I'm going to be bleeding
Thank you for
anyways.
thinking of her.
Since I'm gonna be bleeding anyway.
All right. Anyways, as he finishes down his hunk of stale bread and starts saying, "Let's go check on the sisters."
What about yours?
The sisters in Yarix.
Yes, that's true. I'm less worried about Yarix.
They walk in, we're all passed out.
They technically
totally snuggled up.
They technically can't walk in.
Oh, they can't.
Because if Yargs is asleep, he's not conscious enough to let them in.
Oh, he has to let them in?
Yeah, consciously, he has to be there to...
Well,
there
lucky
mentally.
for them, I'm on the verge. I'm on the precipice. Maybe a knock.
I'm going to attempt to knock if I can't just walk in.
Before
So it's
he
a little
knocks,
bit-
I'm gonna stand
Try the
outside.
doorbell. Try the doorbell.
Jeremy, go ahead real quick before you do that. Look at the spell real quick, Yarix. Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
And can they see that the dome is even there? I believe it's almost invisible. Somewhere in the sense of very opaque.
He was with us when we set it up.
Yeah, I was with them when they set it up.
So he might have been... it was dark, it was rainy, he can see in shades of gray. I want to make sure he's not knocking on the wrong bush. That's all I'm saying. So just go ahead and reread it for me, Jeremy, make sure.
It says 10-foot radius and mobile dome. A force springs into existence above and around you. Remain stationary for the duration. The spell ends, leaves the sea. Until the spell ends, you command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside.
Opaque from the outside. Okay, so you would be able to see that it's there. Okay. All right, so you can easily...
Of any color you choose, but it is transparent from inside.
Okay, so the inside can see out, but the outside can't see in. But they do know that it's there. So easily enough, you're able to find it, especially here in the sunlight now. There it is. There's the sun. And go ahead, Una.
Hey! Y'all up yet? Now bang on it.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna wake up.
I might have a solution.
Are we waking up?
Yeah, I said I woke up.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear
Are you
that.
gonna open the damn door?
Yeah, I mean, he has to let you in.
Oh, okay.
Yarix, wake up, or I will counterspell this thing.
Yeah, he's talking. Yeah, he's talking about Cranberry. Yeah, I like that he role plays while we're role playing.
Honestly,
y'all are lucky because over 10, I'd have had my dick out.
I swear everything. What did you think a dick looks like?
Yeah, well, I mean,
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Not a 10-foot schlong.
I know
from here
because I'm
he's just like a piece of hose. He imagined because he's heard guys call, "Oh man, I gotta go take hose."
Lay that pipe.
Play the pipe. He's like, oh, so clearly there's like a piece of hose or there's a pipe there. So like his man bits when he imagines them into existence is literally like a pipe.
He was like, put that away.
No. Anyway, go ahead and take it from here.
Okay.
Yarks! Kia pushes him.
What doth I want?
What the fuck?
You want to let me in?
What?
It's still drizzling.
Oh, I whiffle my hand around and I open a half door.
Open what?
I'm half asleep.
Okay.
There's a half door open, so you all have to crawl in.
It works for Una. How am I getting in?
He's gonna crawl.
If you don't let Artie in, I am going to make your day miserable.
He can get in. It's just gotta go through the door.
We have a boat to catch. You're going to be left here. What the?
Alright. Artie squeezes in through the door, kind of glares at Yarks as he does so, because he's super freaking tall, and it's this 2-foot tall fucking door.
He's like crawling in, like through the doggy door.
Yeah, and he just like looks at Yarks. He's like, gives him this look that just totally says like all these things Artie wouldn't actually say, but his eyes are clearly like saying like, "Fuck you." Fuck the ship you rode on, and fuck the vagina you
could
popped out of.
probably swear in Elvish, and he wouldn't know. No, Chuck.
Oh no, he wouldn't though.
He would know. He would know that if he cursed
and then
it.
Artie then looks over at Skia with some worry, and he says, "So I was doing a little bit of research last night, and it's a long shot, but just bear with me, okay?"
What?
And he takes it. He pulls out his pocket knife. and he just gives himself like a little cut, like on the side of his arm, and then he just kind of taps it, and then drips a little blood, like onto like Skia's like neck area. Goes, no, let it fall. Don't move. This could.
Are you bleeding all over?
It's only a couple drops, but look.
What are you doing?
If the curse was performed via sacrifice of a goat, the blood of an elf can cure it.
How do we even know what?
But we don't know what cursed her.
We don't. But we also don't.
You now have a couple drops of blood on your neck.
Yeah, I know.
But we don't know what didn't. Now, if there's a chance that might have solved it, if he sacrificed a goat to perform the curse.
Do I need to give you some of my blood now, Artie?
No, that's not how this works. It's not a tit for tat kind of thing.
Yeah, we already did the tit thing, though.
Well, I think it was a nice try, Artie. Good job.
And then he pulls out the carrot, and then he like kind of taps it on there.
What are you doing? No, you're not!
You're hitting her neck with the carrot?
No, his arm where the wound is. His arm where the wound is.
Oh.
And then he hands it over to Una, and he says, "Here, we could give that to Cranberry. Cranberry would like
feed
that."
the horse your blood.
Half
Thank you.
It wouldn't be the first time I've fed the horse my blood.
Half asleep, I don't really know what's going on, so I pressed to digitize the carrot because I didn't think it was supposed to be dirty.
Fucking jerk!
Yes!
You impressed the digitation, man.
All right, this time Artie actually looks over, and he actually looks like he's about to say it, and he's just like, "You are uncouth. Give me that carrot."
Do I recognize what that is? What is uncouth?
Can I have assumed some of Ulysses' vocabulary?
No.
Yes and no. You could have assumed some of it, but it would have been that you have been working on, like practicing. Because you remember you spent some time in front of the mirror.
I did.
Practicing. So yes, you could.
Well, you are a sausage cooking donkey.
Very good. 5 stars. You did great, Yarks. Great.
Well, I'm up now, so let me go ahead and are we ready to go?
I think we were ready to go 5 minutes ago.
I think so. Let's go figure out. I guess I imagine he's not peeing. I would suspect, but
he is still peeing. He's got a Goliath bladder.
He probably came back, and he's probably found some rum. They left the bar uncontrolled, so he may have just gotten into the rum all by himself. But let's check to see if maybe he went and checked on Cranberry. He did seem to talk about the horse a bit last night while I was researching.
Sure. So you guys start on your way towards the inn or the stables?
Stables.
Let's wait.
Or do you want to poke your head in the inn and then... What?
Oh my god.
What is that? Who yelled that? Somebody yelled something. Was that?
You hear it's from quite a distance away, passively.
I heard definitely the word
passively, you guys hear just the faintest gargle of a yell. You can't make out any of it because none of you were actively listening at the time. I have to use your passive perceptions, and your passive perceptions aren't high enough to have heard it from the distance that he...
Yeah, mine is.
No, it's not. So, where are you going from here?
I'm going to the fucking docks.
I'm taking my carrot and go feed Cranberry.
I'll go with her because I just was headed.
Okay. Come, Ray, let us go. Yards, let's go.
Everybody starts to walk their way. Yeah, everybody starts walking their way. And you stop over at the stables. When you poke your head through in the stables and you go collect Cranberry, it very quickly you realize that Cranberry is not there. Or at least the Cranberry you recognize as your Cranberry isn't there. There are other zombie Cranberries, but none of them as Cranberry-like as your Cranberry.
No.
And
these horses have too much flesh.
Yes, they still contain too much flesh, and you realize that Cranberry is no longer there.
Damn.
Oh shit! Where's my horse?
It's too muddy. I can't track in this. I can't figure out. I know she was in this stall, but past that, like it's just so much. There's too much traffic going through here, and it's too wet. There's too much moisture. I can't.
There's a lot of it's really it's very moist. Yeah, the ground is very muddy. It's very moist and wet. There's still a lot of dew on the ground. Yeah,
This
a lot of wetness.
Smell funny.
I feel like we would be able to see some horse tracks, though.
It's too wet. Look, there's like a river that went right through the center of the stable. From the just a little stream of water.
I feel like you just can't track.
Well, maybe
That's what you get for rolling 8. Samantha, you need to track your own horse.
Which one?
My investigation is freaking intense.
Use the raccoons.
Investigation skills.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh! Please use the raccoons.
You're not with them.
Ah, bitch!
Ooh.
Yes, we're at the ship. We're going to the ship.
You're on your way towards the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
You two are on your way towards the ship.
Okay.
Quickly, you are able to track that the only tracks in and out of the stables happen to be very large footprints. There are no horse hoofs leaving. There is a single pair of feet going in and a single pair of feet going out.
You know, Artie, look at them big ass feet. I bet Sierra done came in here and got that horse.
Big ass fucking clown feet.
I am a trained detective. I have passed my exam 3 times to be certified by the holy shit. Look at those big ass footprints. You're right.
Indeed.
I need to shut my mouth.
So you're able to, Una, you are able to very quickly determine that the footprints in the mud head off down towards the docks. Rather quickly, you are able to meet up with or see Ray, Yarix, and Skia. Do you want to go with them together, or are you going to go separately?
We'll go right up meet with them.
Okay. You're going to call out and be like, hey, wait up.
Hey! Hey, y'all, wait up!
Hey, I just want to make sure.
Oh, no,
Are you 3 going to stop and wait for them?
Of course.
Okay, I'm just making.
Wait.
I love Una's my favorite person in the world. She's my spirit animal.
Where's Ahuda?
That's my spirit animal. So,
what's her name? Araja. Where's Araja?
Araja went off independently of, and you don't see her. But
she is off doing sneaky pussy.
the 4 of you. 5 of you.
Say that again.
4 of you, 5 of you. Meet up at the top of the hill, going down towards the pier, and into the distance you make out the ship, and you do not from here. You can't really make out much more other than the shape of the ship, right? And you do see the flagstaff and all its goodness. What are you giggling at? And as you walk down towards the pier, you see that the ship is abuzz with activity, both on and off the pier.
Oh, on our way down, Artie's looking to see if they have. He's just like actively looking, perceiving if there's a place that sells any books as we go by.
There is nowhere that sells books. What you saw in this Hotar map right here is the extent of the entire village. It's very small. It's the podunkiest of podunks.
Yeah. So he looks. He's disappointed. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So you make it down to the pier. You see the ship is abuzz with activity, both on and off the pier. And you go to, I imagine you go to start making it up the gangplank?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start your way up the gangplank, and as you kind of crest to the peak of it, aka getting on the ship,
That's how you
you see people, male, female, and all other varieties and races and faces moving about the ship. You see, just on the deck alone, gnomes, orcs, dwarfs, humans, elves, halflings, tieflings, leonin, owlin, Harangon, Goliath, Arakora, Furball, Bugbear, Goblin, Kobold, Lizardfolk, Hobgoblin, Kenku, Tabaxi, Triton, Unti, Toril, Loxodon, and Bullywugs, and even a Minotaur. I had to make that known. This is a diverse crew.
Any changelings?
Anybody see Sierra? I gotta make sure you got my horse.
You do not see any changelings in changeling form.
I
In their natural state.
I make a gesture. I make a gesture to the bullywug. Like, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh god.
But to remind you, I interacted with bullywugs as perceived.
You did. Also, this could be a completely different person. Or
That
people.
is racist, Yarks. Not everyone is the same.
Oh, the
You don't know if this
bullywugs
one
look the
is the
same. Tell me, does that look like it?
I met a poison dart bullywug once.
See?
It's true.
that's
The
poison
grung
dart.
do exist. There
There's a
are
poison
grung.
dark bullywug, but is this a bullywug that looks like the bullywugs that we saw in the bullywugs area?
Yes, it does.
It's not a bullywug's
reminds me of
area.
fucking Snape.
It's their land. It's
Yes, and
Page
so I made my gesture, and then
394.
Yes.
making the gesture. I said, "I'll even do the salute for them too." So I
Oh,
start
God.
flapping my arms, and I'm sticking my tongue out like a damn fucking what is it? Green iguana.
The single bullywug that you see looks over at you for a split
upside the
second
head.
and then gets back to work as you slap him in the head.
I slapped the bullywug in the head.
No,
No,
Artie
Artie
slapped
slapped
you.
you in the head.
You in the
Oh,
head.
damn
He
it.
just smiles.
And as you kind
I'm
of
wearing
take,
off on Artie.
as you
Be
take this
cool.
sight in,
Be cool.
you do see Sierra. He's not hard
Sierra.
to miss. You do see him. He's not very close to you. He's actually down towards the bow of the ship. And you do see a Raja with him as well. And Cranberry. But you can't hear. There's too much sound. There's too much going on. He's talking to somebody.
I want to make my way towards him.
You
Yeah,
will
we're all
not do
going
that
that
right
way.
now because there is somebody that's stopping you at the end of the gangplank. He's very familiar face to who you saw yesterday when it was Ray, Skia, and I
Artie.
believe you as well, Yarks. You came to the ship.
It was me,
It
Artie.
was Artie. Yeah, it was Artie. Yeah. So the three of you easily recognize this kid, but the other guys do not.
So does he stop me?
He does, and he says, "Morning. Fancy seeing you three again. I imagine these two are the rest of your group."
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes.
that's them.
And that is my friend over there with the dead wolves.
I'm not really sure why he.
He's already on board. We already knew.
So if you could kindly move aside and let me on board.
Oh my God.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
I might just be.
Well, then
Yes,
you're
I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll a skill.
okay. Go ahead and intimidate. Try
And
to
lock
intimidate
him
him.
in the dungeon of the ship if you feel like you need to. That's okay.
I rolled an intimidation.
Oh, that is
No,
mean.
I'm still finishing. 18, not too bad. He goes, okay, I'm not telling you not to get on. I'm just saying I was supposed to stand here and wait for you, for all
Well,
of you.
here I am.
The
Thank you for.
captain
my
told me
friend
to
would like to
expect
say.
some stowaways, being you. Well, I can let you on, but he would like to meet you. I can give you the tour, show you to your quarters, unless you want to go meet him right now.
That won't be necessary. I'll take a copy of the blueprints in my study.
I'm not going to give those to you.
I would love to have a tour and show it to my room and meet your captain. Please ignore.
I am very confused right now. I had 3 different answers.
My name's Skia.
Yes, hello.
My name is Ulysses. You might have known me from such books as Vampires, Bloodlust, Motherfuck.
And Motherfucking what?
And Muffin Fuck.
Oh, Muffin Fuck. I don't recall that one. Is that the second book in the series?
It was a topper.
I think I remember the captain saying he couldn't put it down.
Well, then I'd be glad to meet him.
Oh my god.
So
Artie's like, what the fuck?
I want to collectively know between a group of you, not including Sierra or Arasha right now. Do you guys want the tour? Do you want to just get shown to your quarters? Do you want to go see the captain?
Both, all the above.
Let's see the captain.
What do we want to do first?
What do you want to do first is what I'm asking.
If we're going to see the captain, let's get it out of the way.
Okay, so he goes, alright, so let's, we'll grab those two, Arasha and Sierra. I know him a little bit. Alright, put him to bed.
Is Henry here?
And let's go grab them, and then we'll go see the captain, because he wants to see us all together. So he's going to kind of lead you all over to them. And as you see, Sierra is very gingerly placing Cranberry like from spot to spot, kind of being like, okay, is this the right place? How about over here? Just the right amount of sun, but not too much. And he's kind of, caressing her what's left of her mane. And he kind of looks over and sees you guys coming and is able to kind of to join with you. So, and then he goes, the little guide, this little kid. He's got like his hair is in a ponytail under like a bandana. He's about 6 foot even, kind of a lanky build, brown hair. He's kind of like, all right, well, are we ready to go meet the captain? You said you want to go meet the captain first.
Well, first I want to know your name.
My name is Clifton Ashglad. Nice to meet you.
Ashglad, gotcha.
Ash, that's Ash Glad.
Ashglad.
Oh, Ashmad, gotcha.
Ashglad.
Oh my god.
Ashglad?
Sure. I've heard worse.
He sounds like...
I might cut Yark's tongue out.
He's
slowly have to regrow it.
We won't hold that against him.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know his racial affiliation.
What is his racial affiliation?
He is a human.
Oh, fucking human. It's a lot better than a fucking changeling.
That's true. Fuck those changelings. No. So he goes, okay, well, let's all go see the captain. Is your horse gonna be okay there? Is that where you want to keep her? We can move her.
Y'all got some stables?
Yeah, we've got a place below decks. She could stay where she's out of the way.
Are there other horses there?
No, nobody really transports horses on ships too often, unless it's like not on our ship, at least.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be keeping a horse there. Yeah, we could take her down there, and then we can go see her captain. That'd be excellent.
Okay. He kind of looks over to Sierra, who's kind of still hovering. Is that okay with you?
He's our horse. It's not his horse. I mean,
he's bigger. I'm sorry.
Well,
first of all, Artie is my horse. Second of all, Sierra, thank you for helping so much with my horse. It is very nice of you to bring her all the way over here. I'm gonna give her a hug.
I meant no disrespect.
Sierra, are you going to accept the hug?
I meant no disrespect, Sierra. I give him a clap on the back as he's hugged. If he's Receiving.
He's asserting dominance, CRO.
Oh.
No,
Zero, are you going to accept the hug from Una?
Oh, from Una. Well, so I'm gonna slowly kinda kneel so she can give me a hug.
That's a big deal.
In a very
You're gonna have to go prone.
Okay, so he kind of sees her coming in to give the hug, and he awkwardly is kind of like, I don't want her to hug like my dick, so let me like kind of like get down, and he kind of like gets down on his knees and kind of gives her a hug, and he's still taller.
I'll kind of clap him on the back as this hug's going on, and then I'll
that dominance.
Gently tug the reins out of his other hand, and I'll like, let's take this below decks. And then I say, do you still have that carrot? No.
Jeremy, I sent you a message. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so we are going to go see the captain, or we're going to drop off the horse first.
Hang on, let me get this carrot to Cranberry real quick.
Wait, I have to bleed on it. Hold on.
Oh my god, I
pick the scab real quick and just like flick a couple drops on it, and I'm like, all right.
Okay, so you go to Una goes to give her the carrot, and at first she kind of is sniffing at the carrot side, and she kind of gives you that face. And as she kind of keeps sniffing, she sniffs at the blood, and as she kind of gets that, she starts to eat at the blood-covered carrot.
So
carrots are still good for horses, even if they're dead. Oh, well, we kind of have to trick her, but it's okay.
As long as she's not eating other horses, I'm fine.
Yeah, there aren't any other horses for her to eat.
She might try to eat.
Zero is behind them, making small faces in secret.
So cute. So precious.
Artie goes to go pat Cranberry on the side of the head, but then based on the quality of the flesh there, thinks against it and puts his hand back down.
Okay. So you, real quickly, Sierra lifts her gently as she nibbles the last little bits of this carrot and brings her rather quickly down into the ship's hold. You get just the briefest of views of people running, or not really running, but walking quickly from doing whatever it is that they need to do for ship operations. And you put Cranberry, she really gets almost the royal treatment in the sense of the space that she has is empty. There's nothing around her for like 6 feet. She's in her own little caged area. Nothing is around her. She can't get out. There's no way. It's like they designed it for her. It's almost like purposely they're quarantining her.
Nice. But
after a quick drop off, you go towards the captain. You go towards the captain's chambers or his room or whatever, all of you, and Clifton knocks on the door and says, Captain, sir, the guests you spoke about have arrived, and I have them here to meet with you, Captain, sir. And you hear, like, from inside, bring them in. And, okay, here we go. And he opens the door. Jeremy, stop fucking with me. I want to know what it was that you said. And,
as we go in, Artie is investigating the door to kind of see, like, the quality of, like, how it's held together, just in case.
Sure. The captain's quarters are sparse and somewhat Spartan in decoration, very slim. There are a few knickknacks about the room. Things like sitting behind. There's like a couple of trophies in the sense of like large crystals. There are some skulls of a variety of beasts. None that Artie would recognize as being like humanoid. The ship and the room that you're in, rather more the room you're in, seems well constructed. Doesn't look like it's falling apart on you. The captain is sitting at a desk of like a rich mahogany, and you let's see where we're at.
Are we supposed to be at someplace other than Otar?
What are you trying to tell me, Jeremy? That I need them to change the screen?
I mean, it's alright if you're busy.
We'll change it when I am ready to change it. Thank you, Jeremy. The sitting behind the desk is the same man that you saw yesterday, and from the other side of him, so her back to you, is the same woman that you saw the other night as well. And he goes, yes, you lot. Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Come. It won't be but a moment, and y'all didn't get a chance yesterday, but here's our quartermaster. This is Amelia DeGray. She's looks to be either in her, the far side of her 20s or the early side of her 30s. She is, you know what, it's easiest if I just showed you the picture. Where is my pictures? I thought I put it in here somewhere. I guess I didn't. She is wearing purple garb. Oh, here she is. I put her under the wrong stuff. Just a second. Boop. Lady. Journal entry image. I swear I did this. There it is.
Oh, how you doing, Sierra?
Oh, shut up, Jeremy. All right, show players. Here we go. So she's wearing this purple garb. She is super fantastic, but she's pretty young looking. She goes, "Hello," and she kind of nods, and he goes, "Well, yes. Well, I wanted to just take a quick moment to give you the rundown of the rules and my expectations. Come. There's no seats, but you can come a little closer. I promise I won't bite you yet." He invites you in a little bit closer. You get a good look at him.
That's a man?
He is a man. Well, so
okay.
This picture is of the quartermaster.
Okay.
So I appreciate that, Nick.
Okay.
Questioning his
it could be an am. Yeah.
What was the captain's name?
The captain's
I almost said
name.
ambidextrous.
What is the captain's name? Where is it? I have to scroll up. He is Captain Marker Ragnaros. And he looks like... I'll get you in just a second, Jess.
And does this ship have a name?
Yes, it is all going to take a second. Hold on, Sammy.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's my fault. I
didn't know if we had already discussed it yet.
I had thought that I put his all these pictures in, but I guess I didn't. The ship's name is the Herberus, kind of like Cerberus, but with an H. Yep. So he goes. So that's the kind of what he looks like. And he says, "I just wanted to give you the rules and the rundown of our expectations. We are a collective. I might be the captain and she the quartermaster, but it's an elected position. It's my job to take care of certain aspects of the crew, as well as it is for her to take care of any others, and so on and so forth. So, let me just give you the breakdown. It's pretty simple, just 10 rules to follow while we're at sea. Number 1. Are you paying attention, first off?
Artie pulls out his notepad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that wasn't the first rule, but I just wanted to make sure. Number 1. All major decisions that aren't time-pressed, such as combat or emergencies, shall be held by a vote by the crew. You will now be included in that vote. Number 2.
Very well.
Don't steal anything, or you shall be marooned on an island or out in the ocean. If you rob,
constitutes stealing. Like
if you rob someone of somebody, if you rob them of their nose, their ear, etc., or their stuff, you'll be robbed of the same and then marooned. That's number 2. Number 3. No gambling. Don't do it. Number 4. Mind your curfew. Or at night, the candles need to be out so that we aren't found. Number 5. Don't go fucking the crew. Wait till you're at shore, at least.
There's no fucking amongst us, don't worry.
Oh, that's what you think.
Speak for yourself, Skia.
Oh my god,
Una, I know that bullywug was rather firm looking, but still.
Oh my Jesus.
Well, anyway, number 6.
I have a ton action for you.
If you neglect your post in a time of need, you'll be put to death or marooned.
Wait, hold on. We gotta stand watch?
No, I said if you neglect your post in a time of need, aka
if we're under attack,
if we're under attack and you go fuck shit in the basement, you're going to be marooned or
listen.
Put to death.
All I do is cook. So if anything happens, I'm just gonna go down
You're
there
dressed
and cook.
mighty fine for a cook, sir. But we have a cook here, so you can always go help Dr. Frank, and you can go help him in the kitchens. Anyway.
I would be able to serve as an investigator or to help with possibly with some of the.
That's something I think we could work out in time. Let me finish the rules.
Yes. Sorry, the rules.
Anyway, so we did number 6. Don't neglect your post. Number 7. Settle your disputes ashore. If you want to shiv someone, don't do it while we're underway. Number 8.
No fighting.
Number 8. If you lose a limb or something of its equivalent in the line of service, ye shall be compensated for the loss.
That's nice.
Number 9. Captain and the quartermaster shall each receive 2 shares of a prize. Master gunner and the boatsman 1 1/2. All other officers 1 1/4. And the gentlemen and ladies of fortune 1 share each. That be 1 share each. Number 10. Music shall not be played on the 3rd day of the week, as we all practice our varying worships to our varying deities. That be it. Am I clear?
What if one of our religious observations
involves
magic?
Magic, sir?
Not magic. Music. Sorry, music. Is a chant considered a music?
It is not.
I'm going to chant the most recent bardic tales of Kenny Winkler.
You mean the Kenny Winkler?
You know him, don't you? It'd be hard to not.
What's be one of the songs that I might recognize?
It's there's this one that goes, "Don't have sex with me. I'm a fuck shit fucking kind of person."
I see. Yeah, I think I heard that one. That's fine. Anyway, is that all clear? Are there any questions?
No questions.
If you can't abide by the rules, then I request you go back ashore. It's as simple as that. And Araja you can tell she kind of
didn't admire the fucking treasure lane.
She didn't admire that too particularly, but she's kind of grinding her teeth, trying to be a little bit of a better person, and she's sticking a little bit closer to Yarix and to Sierra to try to maybe keep control of herself. And as you kind of all agree to this, as long as none of you are disagreeing, he says, well, then I guess we have an accord now. It comes... Well, I take that back. It's one more thing we need to talk about, and that comes down to the payment I talked about yesterday. That was 100 gold pieces for each transport of ya, and 50 gold for the zombie horse. That will stay where she is for the entire trip.
Okie dokie.
I care not about her zombiness. I've transported worse, but I ain't risking me crew. So, pay up, and we have an accord.
Mia puts her 100 down.
What do you need to do?
100 gold and 50 for the horse.
The horse is not mine.
No, you're after that ice cream. You're going to bed.
Gerald's gonna just throw 150 out there right in front of him in a little sack.
He's covering down Una. He's covering down.
Oh, thank you, Sierra.
And Araja does as well. And
I won't be outdone. So what I do is I check my pockets real quick, see how much monies I got.
You're a little bit lighter than you expected.
No, I throw down.
Will pay 200.
I throw down 200 gold pieces.
I don't think you can count, sir.
Well, how nice of you to pay for my sister, Yarks.
Oh no, I will not be outdone. I'm a very financially wealthy person.
You already paid your way anyway, Skia. And Raja kind of goes, I don't know. I think you, Yarix.
Ah, damn it. No.
Oh, she's a sister? Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind then. Never mind, yeah. So, okay, Yarix paid for it. So the only one remaining is he's looking over at Artie and Una, and he's kind of like, okay.
Artie, pay him.
I will pay. Hold on.
How much was it per person?
150 for the horse, but it already got paid.
Artie's looking through, but he's but he's having trouble getting around his books. So it's taking a second.
He just slams another 100 down. There's Artie.
That's not necessary.
You'll be very generous around.
That's not necessary. Just hold my books for a second.
Stop it.
No, just. Oh.
I'm gonna
hand mine. Yeah, I'll give him mine.
All right. So, then I guess we have an accord and we can get underway. We've been waiting mighty surely for you. So, let's get underway. And he kind of stands up and he says, if you'll excuse me and the quartermaster have to get to our stations. Clifton, if you can give them the tour if you haven't already, and we'll go from there.
May I ask a question real quick, Captain?
Now you have a question.
Of course. What? We should be leaving.
And he goes in and he kind of like whispers. He's like, is anybody on the crew? Is there anyone who's an expert on curses?
Oh my god.
He kind of leans back over and he says, I'm not really sure. The doctor might be the best one to talk to.
I'll have to talk to the doctor then. Thank you, Captain.
Yes. Clifton, make sure they make the rounds. Check him in with the doctor, Dr. Frank.
Thank you, Clifton.
I leave you to it. Please, if you'll excuse me. And he kind of, him and the quartermaster kind of get up and leave, and as you guys kind of walk out, Clifton kind of closes the door behind you. He's like, well, that went by better than I would have expected for you guys being a little late. So, are we ready for the tour?
Yes, Mr.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Take us straight to the doctor.
I said Ashblad.
Straight to the
doctor?
Bartimaeus.
Please take
you want to go straight to the doctor.
If we could go to the doctor first, that would be excellent.
Goodness.
My good Clifton.
Yes.
I appreciate your patience with us. I know we haven't been the most reasonable of
yes, Mr.
stewards.
Ashblad.
You're.
I'm saying it right. I'm saying it right. Acknowledge me.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, look, let's just call him Clifton. It does not matter that his last name is Assclap.
Damn it.
Where is Sierra? There he is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who am I missing? I'm missing Artie. There's Artie.
I'm still loading.
Yeah, it might take a second to load.
It's so cool. I love it.
Loading.
Loading.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Fuck your life.
Anyway, while the scene loads, I can continue to talk. Clifton begins to give you guys the tour. More particularly, he directly takes you straight to the doctor.
Oh my god.
Kind of skipping over a few things. He says, "We'll come back to that later. We'll come back to that. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely need to talk about that. Okay, this, that. All right. Okay, here we are. So this is the galley / hospital. Dr. Frank.
Sanitary combination.
And he goes, yes. How can I help you?
I had some questions for you in private. I just wanted to know where to find you. I was wondering if I could pick your knowledge. I know you know much of like curses of the sea and things like that. And I like to do a lot of research. Artie pulls out 2 books and he's just like, and I just like to know as much as I can about things.
Of course. What can I assist you with?
In addition, I believe Yarks was intended to help with the cooking.
Ha!
Right, Yarks?
He did say that.
I certainly am.
Yes, I know
loves
from
doing dishes. It's his favorite.
I know that he makes a very excellent lambus bread.
Well, I will, as much as this is the galley / hospital, I will direct you to the actual cook. I apologize. I'm technically the head chef, but the cook is really the one that. But we'll get to that in a minute. How can I help you medically?
We're all medically fine for now.
I do need you to look at...
if you had any knowledge on curses, if I could possibly gain your knowledge on curses of the sea and things of the sort, so I could kind of learn from you while we're voyaging.
Curses of the sea.
And I would be willing to assist with your... in the hospital, so that I'm not just wasting your time. I am no great hand as a medic, but in my hospitality is excellent, and my ability to find the source of a problem is bar none. I am a 3-time qualified Beckett's detective, as you can see by my badge.
Sure. Well, that was a lot of words.
It's
a lot of words to there. Curse.
I'm nothing with words.
Anyway,
I sit there and I ask medically. I say, medically, I do have something that I need you to look at, and I was gesturing down to my lady bits.
Your man bits.
Now they're man bit.
Yeah.
Anytime during our trip, I would like to have you take a look at something.
Of course. I would. That's my job.
If you have
I'm gonna figure out how to make a right one. Okay.
You guys, first off, are you guys having issues loading in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm making sure because I keep seeing you guys fail and then
I'm
not fail.
stuck at 99%.
So I'm gonna close the VTT real quick and then I'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Just letting you know. So I closed it. It's gonna kick you all out. I'm gonna load.
No, we are kicking. We are kicking.
Yeah. Jarks is gonna find out how to make one.
He will do. Dr. Frank will do the best he can.
Artie's gonna look around to see if there's any books on the shelves.
There aren't a whole lot of shelves. This is the mess decks. There is a couple of shelves that do have some books on them. Yeah, like there's about a dozen books in this entire area.
Okay. If there's any on anatomy, he hands it to Yarix.
Well, he hasn't handed anything to anybody right now.
Oh, that's fair.
Hold on.
But he would hand it to Yarix if he was here.
I had to refresh the screen. Will you do whatever you need to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you able to load in now? It looks like it's. You need to reload, Jess, for sure, because I closed it and restarted it. Because if there's an issue, I'll just have to.
I can't load in at all.
I'll have to change the physicalness.
You're gonna have
of the
to
map.
paint with all the colors of the wind.
Yeah, I might have to change the actual layout of the map if that's the case. But well, until that happens, so I'll give it a little bit while I keep talking. So he says, well, I don't know very much about curses. I know not to shit in somebody's cut.
That's always good advice.
But curses, I really don't have a lot of experience. He kind of like whispers it over. I really don't have a lot of experience with that. Do you? I can saw off an arm and reattach a leg, but curses.
I'm gonna make an insight roll.
Magic in general, not my forte.
Ooh, I got a 24.
On what?
I'm using the actual D&D Beyond since EOS hasn't loaded at all.
I know that, but I don't know what you're rolling.
On Insight to see if I believe him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you absolutely believe him. Alright. Let me... I'm gonna try to...
There's really not a whole lot of people who know about curses.
Reload. I'm gonna work real quick to try to fix this map here.
If we were in Beckett, there's an excellent library in
it's going to be fine. I'm not going to close the program. I can do it on the fly, so it's just going to take a second while I...
If we were in Beckett, I would be able to access my my local library. They usually had a good variety of stuff. They were never the best at any one thing, but they were just good enough at everything.
So the reason that the model or the map isn't working is because I tried something new, which is obviously never a good thing. And I got a map that is essentially it's a movie. The ship is actually moving when you join in. So I'm aware that literally the only one that can join is Jessica and me. So
damn, it's a cool idea though.
Oh, you're gonna take a picture? I'm not changing it yet, honey. But it'll be just a second. Ship.
I'm gonna put this boy to bed real quick.
Okay, go ahead, babe.
All right, I am going to change. All right, I'm changing it, Jess. And save.
Come on, dude. It's bedtime.
There we go. Okay. It should work to try to reload for you guys now.
It's almost an hour past bedtime.
If you want to try to refresh and actually go ahead and close it, Jess, I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna reload the whole damn thing again.
think he's putting Xander to bed really fast.
That's fine. This is just going to take a second.
So now, let me take this off.
Bye-bye.
All right. Go ahead and you're going to reload back in. I have the game back up.
Let's leave the box.
We'll bring them. Bring them up. Let's go. You actually didn't make a big mess. Trying to surprise now, but I'm not upset. That's good.
Take the money, Dad. Good night, Mom.
Good night, Bubba. Love you.
While that all loads up for you, did you guys want to continue the tour?
Yes, I want to find out where my room is. And all.
Absolutely. So he goes, Clifton, after you guys have kind of talked to the ship's doctor, he kind of gives you the grand tour, and he goes, okay, so we'll start we'll go back up, and we'll start at the front of the ship, which is, for those of you unfamiliar, the bow of the ship. It's the front of the ship, but we call it the bow. Then we have the bowsprit, or the bowsprit, rather, which is, in this case, it's a pair of nude mermaids with so each one of them has, on the left there's one, and on the right there's one, in opposite hands. So on the left side, the left hand; on the right side, the right hand. They're holding swords, and with their other two hands, their left and their right hand, they're holding each other's hands, and they're kissing each other with their faces facing each other. And then he says, and then we have the forecastle, or what we call the forecastle. There's the cat head, the anchor. See the anchor over here? There's the upper and lower gun decks, and he's kind of showing you around the whole ship as this is going on. And there's the galley. We already met that. Here are a couple of the officer cabins. You already met the captain's room in the great cabin. We've got the main capstan. There's officer stores. There's enlisted stores. Here's the break deck. There's crew spaces, beer stores, a magazine, the helm, the great skylight. And here's your quarters. And he kind of shows you, he says, you'll share the same space here as the rest of us below deck, according to the captain. And here we are. A few good hammocks for the lot of you. And you'll get your grog rations, meal rations, and I think that's everything. You've got, essentially, you're up against the side of the ship, on the port side, and there is that's horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's a ninth hammock, and they're in threes. So there's one hammock on the lowest side, there's a hammock in the middle, and then there's a hammock on the top. So essentially you'll be sleeping vertically, but they're lined up horizontally. Kind of, if remember when you're on the ship, they're essentially like those, but they're hammocks.
Okay.
So he says, and then he kind of gives you the tour, and during the tour, he also introduces you to people. He's like, obviously you've met the quartermaster, Amelia de Grey. Here is the first mate, John Smith. Here is the ship's boatswain, which is, oddly enough, he's a literal gorilla. Like, literally a gorilla, not like a gorilla man, just a literal gorilla. His name's Mr. There's the navigator, Lindsay Combrook. She's a young half-elf. There's the helmsman, Orly. He's a turtle. He's got, it looks like in the shell of his back, you see like what look like 3 steam pipes like that are emerging from his back. You see here's the second mate, Prixius. She's a UNT, so she's got like a snake bottom half and a human upper half. You've already met the ship's historian / surgeon, Professor Frank Smith. There's the sailmaster, Irvin. He's an orc. You've got the master at arms, Hazel Strong. She's a half dwarf, half halfling. There's the master gunner, Dolk Mudbuckle. He's a dwarf. The carpenter, Ren Wildthroat, who's a hobgoblin. Just a couple more. They've got the cook, who is Ripjaw Fenric. It's a crocodile guy, crocodile humanoid. And then you see various other people around the ship as well. There's what you would consider, but what he kind of mentions, like, oh, there goes the powder monkeys, which are, there's a handful of like kobolds and gnomes that are kind of running around back and forth. And then there's a bunch of other deckhands. He says, I'm one of the deckhands, Clifton. And there's a kind of handful of other people, you know, like, oh, there's Eric, and there's Vicius. And as he mentions Vicius, you see this really tall, just massive muscle of a minotaur kind of walking by. And he goes, well,
party waves.
We're about to shove out and be underway. Are there any questions?
Are any of these people adept in magic?
I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. Nobody's really mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I have to get to my station while we're pulling out underway. But you guys are really welcome to explore around as long as you follow the rules. There shouldn't be any issues. So, while we're out to sea, the navigator pretty quickly would let you know, and that is Lindsay Combrook. She would let you know pretty quickly that the expectation is that you guys will travel approximately 10 days. It will take you approximately 10 days to get from Hotar to Kendra, which was where you guys had agreed upon, which was the easternmost point that they, as a crew, as the captain, was willing to take you. Over the next 10 days, or rather over the next few minutes, potentially, we're going to do a couple rolls. Okay. But I also want to allow you guys to do some stuff. Okay. You can voice to me that you want to try to help do something like cook, or you want to learn a new craft, like you want to learn the carpentry, you want to learn something from the master at arms, or you want to get a tattoo. Orly does tattoos. Or you want to talk to some of the NPCs, or if you just want to skip, we can skip. But each day, I'm going to have one of you roll for each day, and that will determine how great of a sail we have. And I'll roll a couple rolls, you guys will roll a couple rolls, and we'll see how it goes.
Like a 20-sided?
Oh, yes, a 20-sided.
Okay.
But, what? What about him? I like Orly. Anyway. Does anybody want to start off first, or does anybody want to let me know of any fun activities they might want to do?
Well, over the next 10 days, how is Skia feeling? Is everything okay with her?
So, as of right now, it's still day 1, so you still feel the same. We can see how you feel on any other given day.
Great.
For the next 10 days, I'm going to hang out with the crocodile
Okay.
Rip Fag.
Oh, Ripjaw. Okay.
But I'm gonna let him think that he's a crocodile. But at some point, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna say that he'll say, "I'll see you later," and I'll say, "Alligator," and he'll go, "You knew?" And I'm gonna say the whole time.
You'll never be.
No, you'll say, "Oh."
Or you'll piss him off and he'll be like, "You called me what?"
Oh no!
No. So okay. So first day, we're gonna go out like this.
But for
You see what
real
Nick
part,
is saying in chat?
I know what Nick is saying. Hold on.
I am going to offer. The only thing I can offer, cook wise, is butchery. Butchery. I know how to cook some meats, but I'm basically going to goal is expand my cooking ability.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, instead of doing it the way Jeremy just did, I'm gonna go by each of you every day and ask you what you're doing. You can tell me you're just sleeping for all I care, if that's what you want to do. If you want to do something, you can tell me then. So on day 1, which is today, the day you're departing, who wants to do the first happy roll? All right, Kate or Jessica, whoever you are. I married you. Roll. Just go to the bottom and roll a random d20. Just one of those d20s. Excellent. It was a beautiful, clear day of sailing. You were able to just get underway happily. The storm yesterday subsided without any unexpected swells or rough seas. So the ship moved through just fine on its first day of travel. Chris, what is Sierra doing for this first day?
Sierra is even though he's an old pirate, due to some things that happened, he cannot properly be on a boat. He's just all messed up, kind of like a dog riding in the back of a car. He's
like
just
you're seasick?
Yeah, he's bad off. He's just down there with Cranberry.
He's doing the best he can to keep his beer and his lunch in his stomach. Even while it's a smooth sailing day, heaven knows what's going to happen on a bad day. And but he hangs out with Cranberry. Uncle Jim Jam, Yarks, what are you doing?
Down in the bottom.
Okay, hanging out with Ripjaw. All right, he's Ripjaw's. How can I help you? What are you doing?
I'm here to cook. I feel like you might be a little bit. I could teach you something about butchery.
Well, I don't know about that, but you're dressed a little clean for doing anything like that.
Well, that just means I do the job right.
Or not at all. Well, all right.
Let me in and I'll show you what I can.
All right, show me what you can do. Go ahead and Jeremy, give me a performance check to see how good.
Hell yeah, I love performance.
Are you trying to outdo him? Like, are you trying to fucking show that your dick's bigger, or like, what are you doing?
I mean, that could be any size I want it to be.
I mean, theoretically.
But yes,
I am within the size of medium.
I have this this newfound. Whoa! I've rolled with advantage.
I believe you always roll with advantage, and you've been doing it wrong because you have performance is your expertise. So that means you always roll with advantage unless otherwise noted, as I recall.
Nice.
In which case, yes, a 28. So you are butchering, right? You're not trying to cook. You're just butchering up.
Yes, I can butcher and I can cook some meat.
Oh, so you are trying to cook the meat. Okay. So he's like, all right, let's see what you can do. And he throws down like a half of a cow on this table that's kind of like somewhat raw, like it's like half smoked,
salted.
Just to try to preserve it. It's like, and he kind of steps back and he's like, "Let's see what you can do." And like a song, you whip out your old trusty butcher's knife, and like you're a composer, you're slicing and dicing, and your eyes are closed, and you're like listening to this music in your soul as you're slicing it up. And before
it's the song is Encanto's "Waiting for
Waiting for a Miracle. Shut up, Jerry.
Yes.
Chris is.
If I can climb the mountain.
And you climb that mountain of a cow, and
yes, I did.
You butcher it up pretty good. And he goes, "Beginner's luck. Well, we gotta hurry up and get this ready for the crew. Come on, help me out." And he kind of gets everything started, and you kind of go about doing that.
Oh yeah.
Jessica, what are you up to? What is Ray doing for this first day? You're gonna go see Orly. Hey, so Orly's up on the bridge up at the helm, and he goes, "How can I help you? Something about being crunchy? I can't hear you with all that food in your mouth, little miss. Don't go throwing things at me. Ow!" That's not how you make friends. How can I help you, miss? I like your low-cut dress.
Oh?
Anyway.
Excuse me. I
Gesundheit.
heard that you do tattoos. No,
I do.
Oh, I don't know
do
if you
tattoos.
get tattooed, Jess. You're changeling.
I'm currently driving the ship, as you could see, but after my watch, I'll gladly give you a tattoo.
Oh?
So, you'll spend most of your day waiting around.
Can changelings get tattoos like that?
Changelings can get tattoos. So here's the thing.
They couldn't be in the
form that I'm currently
altered.
So here's the thing with that tattoo, and I'm going to make the DM call on this.
Okay.
Is that a tattoo, whether you're disguised or not, is physically imprinting ink into your skin.
Yeah.
So it would stay with you no matter your form. You might be able to, as a changeling, you would be able to hide it, but it would be on your changeling skin permanently. So that's going to be my DM call on that.
On your changeling skin permanently?
Yeah, on your changeling skin.
So, like, if I wanted to not have a tattoo that day, I just can cover it?
Yeah, exactly. So the way that I'm, as a DM, the way I'm going to roll it is that is pretend that as a changeling, when you are in disguise, it's like wearing a pair of clothing. The tattoo, the piercing needle, would go through the skin or go through the clothing into your skin, which is your changeling skin. So no matter what, it's just like with a dagger. If somebody stabs you, you can't be like, "Oh, I'm dressed as Ulysses. It doesn't actually hurt." Well, no, that dagger found its way home. Right. So that's the way I'm gonna roll it. So if you, Kate, like you said, let's say Skia wanted to hide it, she would be able to, through her changeling disguise, she would be able to hide it. But if you ever dropped your disguise, everybody would see you've got a big dick tattooed on your forehead. So
why the fuck would I have a big dick tattoo?
I'm just using it as an example.
I was wondering the same thing, but we're just gonna let Skia do Skia.
No.
So, all right. So, Jessica, you can go ahead. I need you to do two things. If you remember from before, do I need to send it to you, like the types of tattoos? Okay. And then also find whatever.
I need it sent.
Hold on. I need you to also, and all of you will then, whoever's getting tattoos, will need to figure out. I need to have a what you're getting. You can go Google, penises or whatever you want to get tattooed on you, but you can. Yeah, I need a picture that you'll need to do. And Sammy, this can't wait till April.
I done got mine. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying, you done been writing your backstory too.
You told me I had till April. You done fucked up.
You did fuck up. You gave her a time limit. I just said that. You pulled. You shouldn't have pulled. You should have kept the time limit.
It's not a big deal. I really don't need that right now. It gives her more time to think. Okay, so I will get all that stuff here in a little bit because we're going to end here before too long. And I don't want to waste time doing that. But we will work on that in a little bit. Jessica, I've got all those. Don't worry about... Yeah, I don't want any wrong information. I don't know it off the top of my head either. Maybe like I said, I don't know. All right, next up is Kate. What are you going to do on this first day?
I guess I'm going to go with... I think I'm just going to kind of lay low. Skia's still kind of freaked out by this whole thing that happened to her.
Alrighty. So Skia's just kind of hang out. Nick, what is Artemis doing?
So Artemis, the first thing he does is every day when he checks up, he goes and he checks to make sure, and he goes and asks Skia a bunch of annoying, pervasive questions like, how is your stomach feeling? How is your head feeling? Are you feeling any inner rage? Or things like that, right? And he's just going to ask the same,
feeling the rage against you.
30 questions every morning, write down the answer, see if there's any weird changes, any obvious mood changes in her because of the curse. Things like that. And then on top of that, once he gets that out of the way, because that's not going to take all day, he goes and he immediately goes and he tries to just spend the whole day learning ship's navigation, learning strategy of ship warfare, everything he can find out about how the ship functions and how it would work in a battle.
Okay, so for this first day, we'll focus on navigation because that encompasses literally the entirety of a ship. This first day, we'll focus on navigation. So you go and you have a good long conversation with Lindsay Combrook. She is a half-elf, like you. She's a little bit on the shorter side, but she probably gets that from her human side. And she's young. I would argue to say incredibly young when compared to you. Probably somewhere in her low 20s, high teens. But obviously she must be gifted in some way or else somebody wouldn't put her as the head navigator
of course. I'll give her full respect because clearly she must be very adept to have it so young.
Right. Go ahead, Nick. I want you to give me a wisdom. I want a wisdom-y from you. Something wisdom-y. Give me a wisdom check. Let's see how much you can retain in this day. Oof.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Oh, no, that was the second roll was the one. Okay, I'll take the first one. Whew. I don't know why I rolled twice, but I was going to be like, you didn't learn shit. All right. So 17. You are, although it's daytime, it's a little bit difficult for her to teach you practically because a lot of what sailing is done at this time in age is kind of double checking things in accordance to star movements. But during the day, she is able to still be effective and kind of keeping things on course. She teaches you how to tell more in the sense of weather patterns. Like she can tell that we need to turn this way or that way because looking over that way, you can see this swell kind of indicates that there might be a storm brewing, or looking this way, there might be like some areas where there's lower wind. And so she kind of teaches you this stuff. So you pick up some of the habits of a navigator. We will add that. I want to add that as one of your skills here over the next day and a half. So right now we're starting to learn it. Probably by tomorrow we'll see how you roll to see if you've actually grasped it enough to add it to like a skill list. Next up is Una.
I want to get a tattoo.
All right, so you're gonna hold up with Jessica, with Ray to get their tattoo today. Kate said she's laying low today, but you've still got plenty of time to get one. So that'll be day one. I'm gonna get this list so you guys can. We'll pick all these tattoo stuff a little bit later. I'll send it after we're done. Next up, day two. Who wants to roll for day two?
I will.
Everybody talk at once. Okay, go ahead. Go. Just roll a d20. Just a d20.
Oh, thank God.
Thank.
Did take water
Jesus.
breathing.
All right. Another day of clear sailing. We'll go through it quick again this time. Chris, what is Sierra up to? Is he still feeling shitty?
Yes, he is. He's feeling terrible, laid out.
He's like, he's regretting his life choices. Like, yeah. I don't know how I even became a pirate. What is wrong with me? I hate being out at sea. He's like, hold me close, Cranberry.
Hold me closer, Tony.
All right, Jem, what are you up to?
I am after I showed off what I can do and didn't get too braggadocious. How does old Rippy feel about me coming back?
He doesn't mind necessarily. Are you going to go back?
Yes.
We're back again, huh?
Oh, you know it. I was hoping that you might be able to show me some of your recipes that you have.
Need a little bit of help with cooking? Well, yeah, I can help you with that. You might have me when it comes to the butchering, but I'm a real good cook. Let me show you. Let me show you my gumbo.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
I have no idea. Could I also? I've been hearing about it. It says something really tasty called hardtack.
He guys starts laughing. He kind of smiles and he's like, "You see my missing teeth? It's from the hardtack." Okay. Well, that's real easy. That's 1 pot flour, 1 pot water, a little pinch of salt, and you cook it to death. That's all there is to it. Now, the gumbo, and he starts going into town, like talking about. It's like when he's talking about it, just like yesterday with you and your music. It's like he is the bard of this gumbo. It's like he's making love to the gumbo while he's talking about it, and he kind of mentions it to you, and he really brings you down. Now you got to get your hands in there. Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do I need to do a roll to see how successful I am?
Yes, you do. I want you to give me a sleight of hand. See how nimble you are with getting this gumbo together. 14.
Ooh.
Okay. You understand enough of what's going on. You might not have all the seasonings or all the parts with you right now, but you get a grip on how to do this right. You can add this gumbo recipe to your inventory of
Why are you stealing?
brain space.
Oh.
What? What'd you say,
Came back
Jeremy.
to a sleight of hand on the fucking screen, and I was one of the fucking rolls, Jeremy. No
What?
stealing.
Oh, you mean like you're saying like it knocked off of some of the rolls he could have used to pass?
No, that was one of the rules.
Oh no, he did sleight of hand for me.
Yeah,
for
him to cook. It was for him to cook. He's not trying to steal anything.
Yeah, I was going.
What
did I do?
I went pee and I come back to that, and I was like, what?
Oh, okay, you missed out then. All right, so, that is Jeremy's. Jessica, do you still have your headphones on? Because she just went P2.
P2, more like P3. Charmed.
Go ahead. I don't hear you, Jessica. Are you there? I don't hear her.
No.
Does she have her headphones on?
I
there
have
she is.
headphones on.
There you are. I didn't hear you. All right, I hear you.
I hear you.
Are you
Well,
talking to us
it's
while
your
you're going
turn.
pee-pee?
No, I was not talking while I was going pee. It's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn. What do you want to do on your turn?
Well,
You essentially last night you would have gotten your tattoo from Orly.
Oh, I'm just gonna hang low with Skia.
Okay. Well, Skia might not hang low. We don't know what she's doing today.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna hang with Skia.
Okay, you're gonna hang with Skia. All right. Skia, what is Skia doing today?
I go to the captain, dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him the same question I asked like all like the important guys that we meet.
Sure.
What do you know of Nyx?
What do I know of General Nyx?
Yeah.
Well, what I can tell you is I keep messing up my
Every time I ask, they don't say anything.
What I can tell you, lass. There we go. What I can tell you is that I don't know very much of him. He come out to Charburn with his changelings, make a hell. I know some dragons be attacking on Volants, but they don't be bothering me. I don't care about no changelings. If you're a changeling or not, I could care fucking less. But all I care about is a crew that works, getting the cargo where it needs to go, sometimes taking cargo from other things and putting it where it really should be. But I don't really know much about Nyx. From what I hear, he's kind of tall, but all the stories say all the people be tall, so I don't know.
Any of your crew members met him?
Not that I'm aware of, but could always ask around. I don't know anyone off the top of my head that would have messed around with any changelings, especially one like Nyx, but you never know. You never know. Some of the goblins might have. They've always been a little lackey, but who knows?
That's all Skia will do. She'll just talk to the captain and then go back to... How's she feeling today? The new day.
Better. I'd say she's probably about 90%. If this was a sickness, she's back almost full. The tattoo on her chest, well, I guess that's, for lack of a better term, that's what I'll call it, the curse on her chest, is it doesn't hurt so much to the touch. It's right now I would consider it like it would only really hurt if you like really slapped at it. That's about it.
Okay.
It'd be maybe a bruise.
But I don't feel different.
No, you don't feel any different whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Nick with Artemis. So we're finishing up. For the first half of the day. I want you to do another wisdom check to see if you've really grasped this navigation stuff. You stayed up a little bit in the night to get some star chart work done with her to sign your PQS.
First one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously I'd go with the first one. But you got your star chart PQS signed off on. You're almost surface warfare qualified, and you're good to go in terms of navigation. She kind of like, well, I think I've really taught you all the basics that I can. Anything more than that, it's going to take a lot more time. And if you're really looking to learn some other ship actions, you're going to need to move along because anything more than that is going to be pretty in depth.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So yeah, so
I have notes.
We'll add after this. Hold on. After this, we'll add like star charts or ship navigation rather to your list of skills or abilities, whatever you want to features, something like that. I know there's a place where I can add it. I just don't know off the top of my head. For the second half of your day, because that kind of took place more in the early mornings or at night. What is there anything you would want to actually do?
He's probably going to he's going to want to learn more about ship warfare, but he's going to take a little break since he did so well in the navigation. He's going to practice a little navigation, and then he's going to go find some practice weapons. I'm sure they have some.
Yeah.
And he's going to find some random crew members and just offer to do some practice fencing with some of them to see how they do.
Sure. Okay. Last up is Una.
She's gonna go down and check on Cranberry.
Okay, so you go down and to check on Cranberry, and you see Sierra kind of snuggled up next to Cranberry. Cranberry is not as tied up as she was in Hotar. Sierra kind of took it upon himself to kind of undo some of her bindings, so she is able to kind of stand up and stretch. She can't really go very far, but that's by design by the crew. And he is kind of snuggled up next to her, and she's kind of got her head kind of resting on his as he's laid out. He's not asleep, but you kind of hear him.
Holy shit, Sierra, are you okay?
No, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Ain't you a pirate?
Well, ever since I left my crew, I was cursed or something. I don't know. It's just not quite clear how I ended up like this.
Oh, damn.
Something
you want me to go get you some alcohol or something? Is there anything I can get for you?
Alcohol, yes. Yes, more.
Okay. I want to go get Sierra some alcohol.
All right. So you got to get him some alcohol. Somehow that might help him. And so he gets a little bit of a drinky drink.
I'm just gonna pass out right in front of her, and just right there on the ground.
Okay.
Can't make it.
Yeah, so he passed out, but Cranberry's fine. Yeah, she's doing great.
Good.
All right. And with that, the second day passes. And with that, we'll give it we'll call it a little bit early tonight. It's midnight right now. We've consistently, over the last couple times we've played, gone for nearly 5 hours, sometimes 4.5. So I want to call it just a little early because I want to do a little bit of work to get you guys all the info for the tattoos, and add this stuff for Jeremy as well as for Nick, so that we have that. But for now, we'll call that for tonight. We'll pick up on day 3 next week, as long as everybody's able to join. Until then, I think that's everything. Anybody have any last minute questions on anything, I guess?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
Well, with
I
that,
gotta work on his backstory as to why he He is terrible with water.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, you can. All you gotta do is. Jeremy is going to be a great resource for creativity in terms of figuring out why that might be the case. And you can always bounce ideas off of me as well, and we can always go from there. All right. Well, other than that, everybody have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay.
I'm moving back over to the other channel.
Fine, bitch. Bye.
Oh, I love you. Oh.
Am I muted?
You were.
Oh my gosh, I was saying, okay, bye. And like,
Okay.
we will go over to the other channel for Dead by Daylight. And I told Chris he could also message us.
Yeah, you or Nick or any of us, really.
But nobody fucking heard my ass. I'm mad.
Jess, will you download that and do what you did yesterday?
Yep.
Right.
I'll meet you guys over in the other channel.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Bye.
Bye.
We gotta message Jean.